Why, hello and welcome to the final session. This would be session 8, Ocho,
Howdy, everybody.
of Slouching towards Eldemy. I'm Stu, I'm the GM.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jay. I play Zeagle the Beagle, heavy and fighter of the group.
Hi, I'm Kris, and I play Tilda Vestergaard, who is a healer monk. No, not healer monk. Healer mage. Sorry, wrong game. I was in monk and something else.
Healer something. I'm Stork. I'm playing Faye Drawlight, a sorcerer, private investigator.
Sorcerer Stone, no?
And ensorcel. I almost said ensorceler.
Ensorceler. That's a new class.
It is an ensorceler.
An ensorcelator.
An ensorcelator.
And what happened last
An
session?
ensorcelator.
Okay. Stand by. I've got 2.5 pages of notes. Okay, we started last session in multi-tankard room 7 with the eyeball thing in the corner. Fade tried to grab it, but it ceased to exist. Zeagle wrapped up the items that were there, and we went back to Whitecliff's tower. The monkey thing, the imp in the globe, whines every time we pass someone, and Zeagle tries to, pass it off as, my dog has no legs. And then the monkey starts meowing, and he says, my comfort cat from my dog. And we make it to the tower. Whitecliff is not there. Fade puts the items in the tea chest, and we muffle them in a blanket. We sleep, and Zeagle guards the chest. In the morning, Whitecliff returns. We all go to the warded tower lab. Fade sums up everything. Pull out the snoring skull, pull out the orb imp, who spews profanity. We shut it up again. Wycliffe says we need to check for enchantments on the orb first. There might be something keeping the imp small. There is a binding spell on it. Also, it is a power orb. 20 mana points. Zeagle asks the imp, who's your master? And the imp says, I have no master. Free me and I'll grant you riches. Zeagle thinks about riches. Fade rolls persuasion. Where did your master go? Who is he? I am limited under binding. Will tell you what I can. And we determine that he's not lying. Forbidden to divulge who and where the master is. Was he...
The mage with the green staff.
Was he watching from from the enchanted
Yeah.
eye thing?
Right.
Yes, he was capable of watching through the whole thing. The whole time we were in that room. Zeagle asked, what kind of riches? Power's his power.
Make an informed decision.
He took his stuff. He will summon imp. I don't know what that means. Oh, the master was traveling alone, I think? The partner met with an untimely demise. Master killed him, needed his blood. Okay, that's what the imp told us. Blood given to someone more powerful than he. Magic that makes skipping mirrors can make devices that go to other worlds. He could have sent the blood to a demon to do something for him. A pact, a means to an end. Fade says we should go to the island. Fade casts trace on imp. We'll bring imp with us. Zeagle takes 2 gold to go out and get info at the docks. Blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of things about the boat. Okay, look for the harbor master. Says the guy owes. We're looking for a guy who owes me money. The ship is the Lawrence's Prize. It's carrying grain and food. No passengers listed. Going to Ekota Isle. There's an imperial fort there. Pirates will be in the water between here and there. Wycliffe says there's a small naval presence, a small town, there's agriculture. He has booked passage for us. Fade asks the imp where the mage stays on the island. Doesn't know. Fade asks for info on the island. Imp wants to barter. Zeagle lies to imp to make it quiet. We go to the harbor. Ship is a carrack. Zeagle says he gets seasick. Fade starts a pool regarding when Zeagle will vomit. The quartermaster goes to talk to Zeagle. A squall is brewing. The quartermaster places a bet on 2 hours.
And I made it to 4.
Right.
Zeagle says everyone is so friendly because everyone comes to talk to him to find out how he's feeling. Fade convos with crew regarding the Isle when they place bets. That's his own purpose in doing it. Zeagle pukes. And Tilda tends to him. Oh, I stay. Heading towards the storm. Okay, we get to the Isle. Moving along. Sizable population. All sand, wooden walkways. Fade leads us to talk to the quartermaster and asks about the mage. Points us to Lawrence. No, we are on Lawrence's Prize. I don't know what that means. Fade talks to...
Oh, you found I think you found the other ship.
The other
the
ship.
ship that the guy...
Okay.
Yeah.
So Fade talks to the guy there. So they say he was there, the mage was there, went towards the town. Didn't talk on the trip. Fade examines the berth, finds black hairs on pillow. Fade has a vision of a mountain view. We head out. 2 hours to get to near the top. No people. Fade casts Detect Foe. Nope. No, I guess that means no foes. Ziegel notices footprints. They stop on the plateau. Tilda says something big is about to happen. Fade senses teleporting. We hoist ourselves up to the top. So the vision he had, we were seeing through the gate to this spot. Ziegel fires crossbow into the gate. The arrow disappears. In we go. Other side of the portal is right on the edge of a cliff. Fade falls and
Sprained his ankle.
Don't know.
Something like that.
There are fresh corpses below Fade. 2 sailors and 1 woman peasant. Scuff marks leading away to the east. Boot prints. Ziegel loots bodies. Tilda arranges them nicely, respectfully. Next mountain over, there are stairs. There are the stairs. We can see the stairs we all came down way back when, down from the skipping pier.
Watch cave, yeah.
Fade says we are in the Untamed Lands. There's one ruin nearby. Ziegel says scuff marks lead to wagon tracks. We follow the path. Ziegel leads. Dense forest, sound of hooves. With whistling, we hide in the woods. The path was wide and well-maintained, unusually well-maintained. 2 horses in a large wagon, driver and a guy next to him. They look bored. Their clothes are made of pelts and leather. We let them pass. Fade thinks they're going to get the bodies. Wagon has, come back, the wagon has bodies in it. And the second guy now has a short sword out, and he's like, wary. We left clues, obviously. They pass. We follow after about 20 minutes. We see a figure ahead. It's a statue on the side of the road, like a shrine, larger than life. Woman with pointed ears, feline, runes at the bottom. It has an enchantment that's preserving it. Same with stones and the road. The wagon trail continues past it. We camp. Sound in the night. Dragon circling. Fade. Did we go back in time? Ziegel says we should hide in the water. For an hour and a half to be sure it's gone. We are super cold. We make a small fire. In the morning, we walk down a road. Road dips. We see the remnants of a walled city. We see 6 cook fires, broken tower, guard. Ah! Da-da-da. The mage is on the tower.
Okay, that's where we left it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And scene. Go.
What's this tower look like? Is it like is it like a flat top thing? Is he like behind windows or something?
It looks like a large portion of it, or at least some portion of it, is missing. Like it fell off, like it broke off, and because it's very jagged. Mm-hmm. But where he's clearly standing on a floor inside of it, mm-hmm. and it's where it comes up right there is probably like 75 feet high, and it looks like it gets taller. It's a fairly large tower, and it's like right in the center of the ruins of this thing.
So, but there's like a wall missing, and the floor goes up to
it's like there was a top to it that like broke off.
So the surface that the mage is standing on right now, is it like a flat floor with like a little remnant of a wall around
exactly.
it? Waist high, chest high kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I mean, some of it is very high.
Yeah, okay. The parts that survive, basically. Like maybe high enough to get to the next floor or to like be...
No, he's on the highest floor.
He's on the highest floor.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And and this is a city. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can see there's like either cook fires or campfires sort of around the tower. And you can kind of see, like from the angle you're at, that there are clearly roads. This may have been a capital, because there are like very large roads all emanating from that sort of central tower area out, and you can kind of even see them go off into the forest in different directions. And then also there are what look like watchtowers, and they're pretty distant. I mean, one of them is kind of behind you, like when you get out kind of on a clearing, you can kind of see the thing like behind you. But they're like all like just right on the edge of visible. They're that far away, and they seem to be sort of equally spaced in a circle around and you're probably still a couple miles from the.
But it's clear that this is an ancient elven city, because the architecture is very different.
It doesn't look like anything.
We passed by some elven statues. there's runes on the road that have the preservation runes.
Right.
So yeah, because we're far enough away because I used my spyglass. I think we're hiding behind a rock or something.
Yeah.
I used my spyglass, and so what I'm wondering is,
and the road that you're on right now, like it kind of starts going down like with switchbacks, kind of down into a valley. So that's where you are right now.
and what I'm wondering about this tower that he's on, it's like, is there a railing around it, or is it like doorways and windows and stuff, or is it like flat top or mostly open to the sky?
It's open to the sky. I mean, there was obviously probably a couple more floors of tower.
Right. So, I have a thought.
Okay, go with it.
I might be able to drag him off the edge of that tower
How?
and have him plummet to his death.
Great. How?
Apportation.
It's a regular spell. You have to get close.
Yes.
I think for us to do,
But I'm also
do
very
anything,
sneaky.
we'd have to get close.
But if we can get down there, I might be able to drag him off the edge of that thing. He could plummet 75 feet to his death.
Well, let's
Now,
take stock for a moment here.
There's
So he's in
yes.
league with the elves, yes?
No.
Yeah.
This is an ancient elven city. He's clearly got.
I mean, this is a ruin. I mean,
Right.
there's no one's. This hasn't been an actual city for probably thousands of years.
I mean, he's in league with whoever's there.
I think he's
No.
assembled a ragtag army of bandits and.
But what if we don't actually know the elves disappeared? What if they are trying to come back and they are using? Do we have a name for this guy? Mage?
You've been calling him Greenstaff. You don't have a name for him now.
Cod War, Cod War. He's the Cod War mage.
What if he's trying to help them return or using evil blood magic? No?
No.
No?
No.
So we're not going to worry about elves?
No.
No elves?
No.
Okay, moving on.
How close? So you say we're about 2 miles away from the
Like where the
outside of the city wall.
and another probably mile or two. It's a big
Into-
city.
yeah,
It's a
to the
big city.
tower.
Yeah.
Is there any cover?
Yeah, there's the
Us and
forest
it-
line.
Well, you're kind of like in pretty dense forest.
But
Yeah.
there's the switchback path.
Well, does the forest line go all the way up to the walls?
Yes, it does.
So we could try to navigate through the trees.
Okay.
It'll be slow going, but that'd probably be the safest way
I
for
think
us
we
to.
should stay hidden, yeah.
Yeah, probably the
I mean,
safest
it's going
way
to
for
be
us to approach
from
this
where
place.
you are right now. There's a pretty decent elevation drop. It would probably be fairly treacherous to not use the
not use the
switchback.
path. Okay.
Switchbacks. I mean,
Right, that's fair.
once you get down at the altitude of the
Yeah,
valley it's in,
yeah.
that's a different story. But
Okay.
And this is the only road in.
no, well, there it looks like there's 6 others.
But those are a ways off from where we are.
Yeah, you'd have to go several miles in one direction to hit the next road.
We can take our chances with the road and just be ready to hide if we need to. I won't say anything from here. I don't see anything coming our way.
Well, if we're going to do that, we should wait till night,
Great.
right? And then
Yeah.
work our way down. If we take time now and take stock of the road, perhaps we can not trip and fall and such, and make our way down the switchback in the evening or in the night. But to what end? What do we do when we get there? I mean, might be able to drag him off the tower if he's still in the tower.
Yeah, he's not going to just stand up there ready
Right,
for us to come.
exactly.
Who knows? Maybe his bedroll's up there and he likes heights.
It's entirely possible. Or we could make some sort of diversion that sends him to the top of the tower to go examine, and then I pull him off. But he's got a sizable army down there, too.
Yeah.
And I'm not convinced they're all alive.
Now, this is the immediate problem in front of us right now about Fade and Tilda. How are we going to get home?
Well,
Right.
we can go back through that portal.
That portal didn't take me back when I fell through it again.
Okay. But we know where we are. We're on the other side of this, so we actually know, and they said the stairs that'll take us up to that,
Right.
so that we can all just go back up that way.
Up that mountain, all right. A little treacherous, but all right. Right. Bates,
But here's another concern, which you may or may not have remembered. He's actively going through and getting bodies off the base of that hill and bringing them back. To what end? Right. Yeah. See.
I flash back to an encounter with 4 undead on the side of a road.
That's
and
right.
And I kind of, my hand goes up to the little
the big
Little
scar.
hole in your cheek?
hole in my cheek. Yep.
So
Okay.
I'm not convinced that. I'm sure the ones with the cook fires are actually people, because why else would they be cooking things? But I'm not convinced that everything down there is alive.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, good. Undead army. Fun.
Yeah.
And a dragon.
And a dragon.
And a dragon.
Which may or may not be working for him. Who can say? If it were, I would assume it would be over there, but I might just live here.
Right. Well, at the very least, it ain't bothering him.
Perhaps because he's in the Elvish city, it might be warded in some way. I've seen all sorts of runes, warding runes, many of which I don't fully understand, around the road, and it's quite possible that city still retains some elven magic and is a safe place for the dragons. Because it's possible the dragons were here when the elves were here, and they worked it out. All that said, once we get down there, we might be dealing with undead, as well as these fur-covered. You said they were in furs and such, and pelts?
Their clothes were made of
bandits?
Yeah, it looks like they're probably trappers or traders. Something of that sort.
They're not furries.
No, they're not furries.
They're furriers. Well, I don't necessarily feel any safer out here in the woods. So,
well, here's...
Should we...
We have to list our strengths. There's 3 of us, and there's a lot of them. We have the advantage of being small and we're nimble and we can move around in the dark and such. They're not necessarily... Well, they might be looking for us because the trappers went and said somebody had rearranged the bodies. So it's possible that they might be on a bit more alert than they used to be. But we can still... It's a big city. They can't guard every inch of it. We can still find our way in there. Once we're in there, again, it's just the 3 of us. We could either try to blend in, depending on what the local populace looks like, and or get a disguise, club someone over the head and take some of their furs, and then we can maybe make our way to the tower. Once we get to the tower, we'll have to figure out how we can handle the mage. If we can somehow distract him so he goes to the top of that tower and looks out, I might be able to pull him off the ledge, which would be great because it's a 75-foot drop, and I don't care how good you are at magic. It's the sudden stop at the end that'll stop everybody. That's my plan, but we have to get there in one piece. And there's a lot of unknowns because I don't know what's down there.
All right.
Now, there's also the matter of a distraction, which might just be as simple as if we're in disguise or shooting somebody and then people don't know what's going on and there's a commotion, it could be...
Hijacking a carriage and running it through the gate.
That's a good one.
I can drive.
You're a teamster, right?
No,
Yes.
the point is to not be on the carriage when it hits the gate. That's,
Okay, fine.
yeah.
I could saddle the horse. I have a limited skill set. Give me something.
If we're really lucky and we make it to the mage's tower, I can pick the lock and we can get in, and we might just be able to do a simple assassination if it's dark enough.
Oh.
All right.
Now, on the minus side, there's a lot of people coming and going. I don't know if his tower is warded. He seemed to have watch wards when we went into the inn. So it's quite possible we could just pass the threshold and sirens and things will go off and wake him up and fill him with a terrible wrath.
Oh.
Also, I don't know what residual elven magic is in here either, so that might also affect us. And I'm still very concerned about the undead, who don't sleep as far as I know and could easily be just wandering about anywhere. I'm going to assume that the undead are there. I'm going to assume that there aren't very many of them, but enough. And I'm going to assume that they're kept separate from the others, because I think that would unnerve even the hardiest of woodland traders.
Well, maybe if we get there and we can get our hands on some of those furs, blend in like you said. I think it might be the best chance we have.
But judging from... Once we get down there and we judge, if there's all manner of dress and people through there, we might just be able to blend in.
Yeah.
It's not like they know everybody that
true.
works there, We could claim to be new recruits, but we'll have to check it out and see how it goes.
Yeah.
We'll just wait till night. We'll do the switchback, and then we'll try to figure out a crack in the walls. There's got to be some other cracks in these walls other than these main gates. Are the walls still in good shape, or are they?
You can kind of see where they were. Parts of them are, but it's no. There's no. This is not a defensible city.
No, it's
So
in our
getting in
favor.
should be fairly easy as
There's
long as we don't just go through
Tons
the
of places you could walk right in.
Perfect.
Maybe we go a mile, whip out that spyglass, and take a closer look at the wall for better places to.
Yeah. Well, we still
Punch
need
through.
the only way down is up down the switchback, and
Yeah.
we can't do that during the day
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
unless the cart comes back up and we jack the cart and then ride it back in. But I still prefer just old-fashioned sneaking
Okay.
rather than subterfuge.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
So we'll just spend the day gathering our resources and wait till nightfall.
Okay.
Because I think it was morning, right? Because we
Yeah.
slept.
Yeah, it might be. It might be midday. I don't know. You
Well, this
you
time.
traveled for a bit. I don't
In the
remember.
morning, we walked down the road dips, blah, 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 cook fires. Yes, it was morning.
Oh, okay. All right. There you go.
Okay.
So I'll spend the time, do a little recon and figure out what might be a good place to get in. And also just examine the camp, the comings and goings, and what I can see with my spyglass.
Okay.
If there are any undead shambling about, who the people are that are around these campfires, that kind of thing.
While you do that, I'll kind of just keep watching our general surrounding to make sure that if anybody comes along.
I do have recon, I think. Is that a thing?
I make a hearty meal,
I thought
so
you
we
have
have nice
observation.
space
I
in
do
our
have
stomach,
observation.
less ahead.
Fuel up.
Do you want me to do an observation roll?
Sure, you can make an observation roll now.
That's not very good. 14, and I needed a 13.
You missed it by one.
I did. Too many lens flares.
Now there are
It's like being in an Abrams film.
right. Yeah, one of the Star Trek
One of
reboots.
the new Star Treks. Yeah.
You don't. The one thing that you do notice is you do see like a wagon like the wagon that passed by you when you were traveling. You see that there are like a bunch of them, and they're using all of those other roads. You can see them either coming or going.
Are they bringing bodies, or are they bringing supplies and food and stuff?
Yeah. The other thing that you can notice if you get your spyglass out and look is you can see that they are like laying out those bodies like frickin' cordwood. And they seem to be dressing them.
In what?
It's make a perception.
That's much better. That's 5.
Armor
Or 6.
3, 4, 5, 6, 6.
6. Stork cheated.
I did.
Padding our rolls. Yeah, he got the. It looks like they're putting them in armor. It doesn't look like good armor, but looks like they're armoring them.
All the more reason to take this mage out if he's going to reanimate.
Yeah.
So here's what I think has happened. He has made a pact with a demon to animate a undead army.
Army of
And then
For
what
him.
is he going to use it for?
Well,
Is he going to send them back through? No, they can't go back through the portal.
Well, it's not to say they don't have other portals they could use.
clearly he's good at this. He did. So yeah, I mean, I'm assuming he's going to go back to the capital that is now leaderless and.
Okay, so untamed army set loose on the capital. Not untamed army, sorry. Undead. I'm not tracking today. I was looking at untamed lands. That's why.
Yeah, and I mean, if these carts are coming in bringing bodies from other points, there are other portals around. Maybe, possibly other portals around.
He's been at this a while.
Yeah, yep. It's been a long game. Okay.
Rough estimate of how many undead bodies are there? A couple hundred?
Oh,
Couple thousand? Oh
Easy.
my! That,
easy.
That's got to smell
Oh yeah.
bad.
It's gonna. Yeah, it's got to reek.
Ugh.
Or are they going to march all the army back up that steep hill and go that way?
Well, they're undead. They're
Well,
not
you don't have to
playing.
feed them.
Yeah.
They can just take the long way probably.
And all you have to do is just march them single file through a portal, and they just never stops. Or multiple portals in multiple
we already
places
know that
at the
there's-
same time.
Away from here to here because we took it ourselves.
Well, think of it. If each one of these roads leads to another portal, then all they have to do is send splits his people. They all go through these portals, and they all show up simultaneously.
Yeah, wherever the portals spit out.
So we really need to stop this guy.
Okay.
And we know he can make portals on his own.
Yeah, he's been able to kind of
He doesn't
jump
even
around
need
all
to
over the
make a
place.
skipping mirror. He just needs to get near a town.
Yeah.
So we need to stop him,
Okay.
I guess.
At the very least, we need to take him out.
Right. Now, so that begs the question then, is there also a demon wandering around down there? Can I do a cast foes? To sense foes? Would that sense a demon?
What's the...
I don't
range.
know.
I need to know what the distance is on that sucker.
Everything that we do is close.
So,
Or
let's
it's
turn right to
like,
it.
or was it? It takes like you have to spend more mana points.
Yeah.
To be able to
Can be
increase the
cast on one
range.
person or a whole area. If cast in an area, the spell will only detect that someone is hostile without telling who. You know, that's probably not
Yeah,
going to...
I'm
It's not
pretty
going to tell
sure
me
these
anything
folks are
we
hostile.
don't already know, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't have sense demons, so...
Okay. Well, I say we wait for nightfall then, and then start making our way down.
So, if you wear your armor, we should spend some time tying some rags around it and such so that it doesn't squeak and creak.
Oh, sure.
And that you
Yeah.
can sort of...
Just
But,
like
but I
cinching
would
it.
recommend, too, that you wear it so
Yeah.
that...
I'll put everything on.
I'm sure I have something useful.
Okay, that's fair. I'll take it.
Useful sort of
If you
person.
want to dress it, I won't stop anybody.
You're going to look ridiculous,
It's
but it'll
fine.
be quieter.
I'd rather look alive too.
Yeah.
Okay. It's nighttime.
Okay. So I have stealth and sneak and all kinds of things. So I'm going to lead the way, and I just say, step where I step and follow me. We're going to take this slow and cautious. We have all night to get down here.
Okay.
But the last thing we want to do is fall down the mountain and alert them to our
Wake
presence.
up the entire encampment. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Make your stealth.
Oh, by 10, which
That should make it.
yeah.
Was that Dex?
Oh, it's just 10. Yeah, just
Oh.
made it.
Okay. All right. That's good enough for you to basically pick out a path that keeps you guys out of the line of sight. And you make it down the switchbacks probably in about an hour.
So, as I said, we scouted for another way into this town. Spent all day looking at that. So we're going to lead our way to the
So you're going to get off the road and
off the road to the place.
Okay. Yeah,
that I
there's
thought was
tons of places, a plethora of places.
Stick to the trees as much as we can. Get
perhaps
to,
one
get to
that's
a crack.
closer to the tower as opposed to the other side.
Well, the tower's like dead center in the
of
middle.
course it is. Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe at least one that avoids a cook fire.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
doesn't get so
They're,
close
they're,
to a cook fire.
all the cook fires tend to be around the middle,
Wrapped around the
near
tower.
the tower.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that makes sense.
There are no immediate hazards between that we're going to encounter that we know, that we can see.
no.
There's buildings and such or ruins of buildings
Yeah.
once we get in there, so we can go from building to building.
Oh yeah, there's tons of stuff to hide behind, in, around.
And
yeah.
did we see much activity?
That's
in
what I was
that-
going to ask.
In those neighborhoods during the day, were there people coming and going through the ruins of the neighborhood, or did they mostly stay around their cook fires?
You see people with wagons going back and forth
In the roads.
Through the various
on the
roads and
roads
gates.
down in that area. I mean, the cook fires kind of like go out sometime around like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and
I guess what I'm asking,
start up again.
I see a circle with roads coming out of it, right?
Right.
And then there's like little neighborhoods or buildings, clusters of buildings in between the roads.
Right.
And I'm wondering if there's people that come and go to through the ruined buildings, or they mainly stick to the main roads and then until they get to their camp.
They're mostly staying on the main roads.
Okay, so if we were to go through the clusters of ruined buildings, wall by wall, building by building, brick by brick, place by place, it's probably safer than strolling down the center of the main road.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. And like looking through the crack in the wall, when we see it, we don't see patrols or anything kind of skirting around.
No, you don't.
Okay, all right. So they must be guarding the entrances.
We have the advantage at night because they will have to carry a torch, so we will be able to see them coming before they see us.
Right.
Message for you, sir.
No, that is my Ring doorbell going off, probably because
Somebody ordered pizza.
or out the alley let the dogs go out front because they like to go out front and dig. Blue specific.
You want me to take point? You want me to like...
I think
Push forward
I
through
think
the
we're
city.
okay. I think we'll
Okay.
we'll just follow me and we'll just work our way towards the center of this city.
Okay, all right.
As you start, you're like tromping through the forest. Make another stealth roll for that, because going through forest at night, trying to be quiet.
Oh dear, that's not right. 14
All right. So you're kind of doing a shitty job of being quiet, but
at night.
ow, ow. And it's uneven ground, and you're like
I'm
trying
finding
to
every fallen
literally
log.
blaze a trail at night. So, but as you're going along, you see a very faint flickering light ahead of you, and it kind of has almost like a little bit of almost like a halo around.
Oh boy.
But it's very, very faint. It looks like about the level of like a candlelight.
Is it moving or is it
No,
stationary?
it does not seem to be moving at all.
It's through the trees.
Huh?
Like this
You
is
can
what
kind
we
of see it through the trees. Yeah, you can't really see what it is, but you can see that there's like a looks like a candle.
Is it in the city or is it in the
No,
forest?
this is way before you get to like to the defense where the defensive wall was. So when you come down the switchbacks, and then the road kind of starts heading straight towards the city, it's probably maybe half the distance from where the switchback stop to where the wall starts.
Well, let's see here. I could cast Detect Magic or Analyze. I need to know the difference of this. I think this happens every game. I never know the complete difference between the two.
You look up one, I'll look up the other. Which one are you looking
I'm looking up
up?
Detect Magic.
Okay, I'll look up
Determines
Analyze.
whether any or one object is magical. If the spell is successful, the second casting tells whether the magic is temporary. See, I got to cast it more than once.
So
Whereas Analyze Magic identifies exactly what spells are on the subject. I think I want Analyze Magic.
Do we need to get closer for that?
Probably, and it takes an hour to cast.
Well, hold on.
that's pricey too.
If we can
Yeah.
get closer, can you cast Sense Foe on one of these?
Yeah.
That might at least tell us. To be
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I cast Detect Magic in the ancient elven city, it's just everything's going to
everything's
light up.
gonna ping. Yeah, true.
That analyzes
Yeah.
the.
This is the one I want.
That's probably the barking dog.
Yeah. Well, I pointed out to you guys.
I guess the question is, do we want to skirt around and try to avoid it, or do we want to
Oh, does anyone have?
investigate
Is
it?
anyone down any mana?
No. What am I looking at here?
No.
I assumed it was restored at some point.
Yes, I'm down 3.
No, you're not.
Oh. Highly magical place.
You don't know. You haven't tried casting anything.
No, that's true. I'm going to go under the impression that this is ancient elven magic that's still left over in the forest. This is either... I don't think it's... It could be a ward, but I won't know until I get a little bit closer.
It's a little conspicuous to be a ward, in my opinion. I mean, in my unprofessional opinion. But yeah, do you want to? Shall we try to get through the forest and get a see on what this thing is?
Yeah.
Take a look, see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's not a dragon.
He's asleep. It's like
Not even a tiny little one.
it's like a little tiny thing.
Baby dragon.
As
And,
he sneezes.
and if I were going to put a
Sleep on a
ward,
tree.
I don't think I'd put it just randomly in the forest somewhere.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking this is still leftover elven magic, but it might be, maybe it's a secret entrance, right?
Or a portal somewhere.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm down for. You want me to get a little closer? Take a look.
And we'll all
You
go.
want to all?
I think
Okay.
let's all go.
I'll
Stay
creep
together.
over. Okay. All right. That's good. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
All right, so you guys get closer to the thing. As you get closer, you can kind of see this thing actually looks like it, like the. You can tell it's a candle. It definitely looks like a candle, and it looks like it has some sort of like almost like a glass dome over it. And as you get closer to it, you can see that it's sitting on top of what looks like a short pillar, maybe about that tall. And in front of it is a statue. Looks like a life-size statue of a human, or not a human, an elf, dressed what you would think a mage might look like. And it's like on one knee, and its hands are out, and they're sort of bowed back slightly, and it's facing away from the city. And this pillar seems to be is like right behind it, and the candle is on top of it.
So it looks like
And
another
it's,
shrine.
but it's all it looks like it's all made out of marble or something.
Do we notice any kind of writing or any kind of runes or glyphs
Oh, there's
on
stuff
this thing?
all over it.
Okay.
All
right.
over
Kind
it.
of like that elven statue, too. Okay.
Does the kneeling figure have pointy ears like the other?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this
Feline eyes.
actually a statue, or is it unbelievably well carved? Like, it might actually
Superbly
be a person?
detailed.
Well, the other statue because you saw one other one.
Yes.
That was it. Look, I mean, clearly, it looked like a statue. I mean, you got close to it, you could touch it, but they are amazing.
Well, the other
Now,
one was
whether
just
or not you think it's
someone turned to stone.
Yeah.
someone turned to stone or not, I don't know. If you get close enough, like that statue, you could when you get really close in there, you could actually see the chisel marks. So it was, but it did look freaking lifelike.
I think this is bad news.
I think it might actually help us. I think I don't know much about elves, but I'm pretty sure that undead blood magic was not in their milieu, and I don't think that this magic has anything to do with our blood mage. I'll tell you what, if you guys give me an hour, if you want to scout around a bit, give me an hour and I'll analyze this and we'll see what we have.
All right.
I'll kind of.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I'll kind of just make little circles around and patrol the area, make sure nobody's coming. While give you time to do what you got to do.
I mean, it would be great if it summoned an elvish army.
Can you? What can help you? Can the Power Stone help you?
The Power Stone can help me. It's not.
Okay.
How many more mana points do you have in the Power Stone?
It's 20.
It's 20. Yeah, it was a lot. But you've already tapped into it, haven't you?
Right, I was keeping track.
But I wonder if that's restored some. Since
Exactly. I've only used 8 out of the 20, so.
Okay, so you still got 12 points if it hasn't restored any.
Yes.
Okay. And it's been a day since you've cast anything, hasn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
So. Yeah. I'm gonna try casting analyze magic on this thing.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Did any
Add +5
mana,
to your skill.
did any mana get restored to the Power Stone?
Useful.
It's full.
Oh,
There you
wow.
go. Full 20.
Holy smokes.
So add +5.
That's what I said.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So +5 is it harder or?
+5 to your skill.
Oh, right. So I made it by a lot then.
How much?
8 or 9.
My skill is to cast this spell is yeah, right. It's one of those. Analyze magic is 13.
So +5 is 18.
Made it by 8.
Wow.
And I made it by 8.
Okay, all right. And that tells you one of the spells on it. Is that correct? Let me make sure. Identifies exactly what spells are on the subject. The subject has more than one spell on it. Analyze magic detects. Identifies the one that took the least energy and tells the caster there are more spells. It can be casted to 10. Blah blah blah. Okay. So the first spell that's on this thing is some sort of a ward. I don't know. Do you have any warding spells specifically? From recalling your character, I don't think you did.
I think
you had. I think you had some. Go ahead. I think you had some warding, like scrying. No, not scrying. Like defensive scrying spells. This is more like a force field.
I actually had that spell at one point, but I got rid of it when I was
Okay.
when I was trying to get points. But yes, I don't have any.
And there is another spell on it. So it's from stopping something.
Well,
And you can sure
can I cast another one?
Yeah.
Did it cost me 8 points or?
it did, but you feel great.
Okay. 13,
What was your skill level in this spell?
18.
So you made by 5. Okay. The other spell it is selecting one specific thing that this field works against, and that thing is dragons.
Okay, so is it protecting the city from dragons?
That seems to be what it's doing.
All right, then.
It looks like it's part of something
Yeah.
that is protecting the city from dragons.
Little array of these.
Series of them.
Yeah.
all.
Candles
You know,
circling the.
if we were to just knock each one of these out, The dragons.
You're pretty sure you don't. You only need to knock out one of them.
The
And
dragons
the dragon
might.
will come and do our job for
And
us.
do
I
our
love
job,
this plan.
sure.
I do too.
I am all for it. I'm at least all for trying to see whether it works or not.
So, I'm going to get up and go and blow the candle
Well,
out.
there's this glass orb over the thing.
Oh, is it actually glass? Can we pick it up?
It doesn't lift up, but it does look like it's made out of glass.
You could just break
Oh, I
it
got mace for that.
Whoa.
gently. Eat.
Can I apportate the candle up and snuff it out inside the glass?
Probably. Oh yeah, probably.
I'll try that.
Okay.
Rather than breaking the glass, we're just going to knock the candle out. Maybe.
Just basically,
Sure.
just make it go boop.
Yep.
Snuff itself out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good roll. It's 5, 6, 7, 8 out of. What's my
Yeah.
apportation?
F5.
I don't know if I have a skill level at apportation. It's
You do.
13, I'm sure. Because it's something I added recently. I don't have it on here, so it would be 13, like everything else.
So it's 18,
Yes.
and you rolled a what?
A 8.
Oh, that's critical success. Okay. And it goes out, and you can like kind of tell that something happened.
Okay. What time did that dragon come last time? Was it night, right?
It was like 1 a.m. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Like
we
midnight or 1
had
a.m.
slept a little bit. It woke us up in the middle of the night. So yeah. It was pretty early morning. We just want to wait and see.
It's probably like at 7 or 8 p.m.
Do
Right.
we want to maybe? I get the feeling that if a dragon's coming and if there's this elven relic here, we may at least not want to be too nearby the elven relic when the dragon comes along.
I agree.
Yes.
I also think we should probably get into the city anyway, regardless of the fact that the dragon may or may not be coming. If nothing else, we need to make a commotion to summon the dragon.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it would be just our luck that our green staff mage won't die.
True.
We need to make sure that happens.
Okay, we can always find shelter in the ruins. I imagine if the dragon comes along, we just kind of tuck ourselves
If
away.
we're lucky, those guys start shooting arrows at it, and he'll be much more distracted with them than he will be with us.
All right.
So it's a much better distraction than us going, "Hey, over here!"
Yeah.
Which was my what I was
was your
thinking.
plan?
Sure, yeah.
was
Cart
part
through the gate.
of the
Yeah,
plan,
right.
right.
Bigger cart through the through the walls this time around. Okay. Sounds good to me.
Okay, so we're gonna
We're gonna start
keep
beating
heading
feet
back
towards
into
her.
the city.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not
Okay.
beating feet, but like stealthily making our way through the woods.
Right.
Yep.
All right. Probably takes you another couple hours, maybe like 3 hours. So it's still probably an hour before midnight by the time you get to the wall. And how far away from the road? Because these roads are like equidistant from each other. These seven.
What I was asking was like a crack in the wall, and then we're going to work on. Basically, I wanted.
There are so many cracks
Okay.
in the wall. You just tell me how far away from the entrance you
if
want
this
to be.
if this is our city here, and it's this thing, and this is the road we're on, and there's another road over here. We're going to go halfway between those two roads
Okay, all
into one of the neighborhoods.
So you're going to be as physically as far away from a road as possible.
At least to start, but
Right.
the way this works out
converge.
is yes, exactly.
Okay, not a problem.
In the pie shape, we're going in the middle of the pie shape.
I got it. All right. The crease, if you eat your pizza slices correct.
Right.
There we go.
The Philly fold.
All right. So the so you get like right up to it, and you kind of pick your way through, and it reeks. It reeks here. Boy, does it reek.
I have some like herbs and like in a sack, and I'll just we'll put it like underneath our nose, like
Right.
they do in like coroners put fixers rub in their nose. We'll do that.
I remember that there was a woman who worked fair who was a monger who used to carry eels, and they buy the eels on a Friday, and they use them the whole weekend.
Yeah, all of the mongers just have to be nose down.
And she took like it wasn't
Rosemary,
It was
I think?
rosemary. It was rosemary. It was tied on two ends and like put it underneath and
Huh.
just had rosemary like stuck under her nose.
Remind me to show you the chicken story after this.
And they reeked. Those eels reeked.
I'm
by
sure they
Sunday.
did.
Even fresh eels reek. I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair.
To be foul.
To be foul.
Okay. So yeah, you pick your way through the wall, no problem.
We're just gonna.
And you're like the level of stench. You're fairly certain that You only saw a fraction of the bodies.
He's been at this a while.
Huh.
This is going to be really ugly if he summons them while we're here.
It's really ugly now. I'm just saying.
It's nasty.
Not to
Yeah,
worry.
yeah.
I've got root feet and clumsiness. We're saved.
Awesome.
Those are unrated or undeserved. They're really powerful spells.
It helped with our one zombie fight.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
will help.
yeah. So where we are, we're in. So are we within the walls of the city now?
You can step through at any moment.
Okay,
You're
and
like-
we're just to check again. We're not seeing any kind of activity around the area. Nothing regular. Nobody patrolling or whatnot.
No, I mean
Okay.
you can
All
hear some stirring.
Yeah, activity elsewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like in the directions of the two.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear like very very faint conversations. I mean they're like
It
still
echoes,
far,
Yeah,
just sort of
yeah.
echoes around the.
especially when it's
Yeah.
so quiet here.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's just keep
Try to find a building to, or at least go
Moving.
from building to building.
moving right along, just
Yep.
our way through the neighborhoods. It's got to
Yeah.
be fairly easy to we catch glimpses of the fires to
Yeah,
which way
to at
we're
least
going
notice
to.
when we're getting close to
Oh, yeah,
people,
you
right?
can- yeah,
or
you
close
can-
to something.
Like the sides of the tower are illuminated by the
There
fires.
you go. So
Okay,
we can
great.
always keep that.
You know exactly where
Yeah.
you are inside
Okay.
this place.
All right.
All right.
You want me to lead the way this time?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'll push forward and.
I'm assuming weapon out.
Yeah, exactly. I'll have my crossbow ready just in case.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll just lead the way from one building to another. You know, kind of examine each building because we don't know if a dragon's going to come, so we want to make sure that wherever we end up, there's some degree of cover or protection
Yes.
in there.
Let's keep checking the sky.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Occasionally, you come across a building that has like some sort of stone roof.
Oh yeah.
They're rare here.
Yeah.
All of the rest of the roofs were either wood or thatch or whatever, and they're all rotted and completely gone.
Or used for fire.
But like every 10th or 20th building
Yeah. Find a little.
is stone, and those look like they held up fine.
Okay. All right. Well, make sure to keep in mind where those are. So if we need to
Okay.
rush to them, and if we need to at least double back and get under some cover, we can do that. Okay. Yeah. So I'll start sneaking through town and making our way there.
And as you're like picking your way through the ruins,
Yeah.
then you come into the first road that like circumferences.
Oh,
whatever,
sure.
that looks like it circumferences the
Yeah.
city. They're wide roads, and they're literally stacked with bodies.
Oh. So
So yeah, there's a lot more here than you thought there were. It's not thousands.
There's so many.
It's hundreds of.
It could. It is a proper size, world-changing army.
Oh dear.
And there's a
look at that
weapon.
now.
There is a weapon. Mostly spears, but occasionally like a shitty sword.
Oh, sure.
Nothing good.
These have been given something. Okay.
And they're like sitting right next to them, and they're all
Crappy
in
armor.
some kind of armor. Some of them
Okay.
are in like scale. Some of them are
Oh.
like in leather.
And these are surrounding the encampment towards the center of the
Oh,
the
there's
city.
they're like stacked up. They
Yeah.
look like they're in formations. There's like groups of them that are like stacked up, and then there'd be like a big gap, and there's another group over here,
okay.
like they're in platoons or something.
Okay. We just don't have to wade through them or anything.
No,
to get
no.
close.
No, you
Okay.
can
All right.
easily-
That's all I was wondering.
Yes.
Want to make sure we had room to walk. Yeah.
And some of them don't have much flesh on them anymore, and are like borderline skeletons. So, and some of them are like still juicy. You get it. You get the idea.
Got
It's
any more
nasty.
of those herbs? I want to like stuff some more in my visor.
I gotcha.
Are there like corpse tenders that wander around and keep?
You're not seeing anything.
Okay.
You're not seeing anything like that.
Now, what about the sounds of talking? There's no chanting or partying, and there's no like flying monkeys. Oh. Okay.
There's
There's no ceremony going on.
Okay.
Okay.
the only time you really heard anyone talking is kind of when you went through the wall section, because that was probably the closest you were to where probably guards are on the roads.
Okay.
And they're not like shouting or laughing or anything. No one seems to be in a very good mood. Funny,
It's a shitty place to live.
right?
Yeah. How close are we at that point to?
Oh, that's like
The
the
tower.
first of probably. If they're equally spaced, there's
Yeah.
probably 3 more roads like that.
Okay.
You'd have to pass by.
All right. Push through.
And there's
Okay.
there's smaller roads that aren't being used like that.
Sure,
It's like
sure.
it's like the big road.
Yeah.
Big
sort of
roads.
the main arteries through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So it's like the Sepulveda Boulevard of a...
Yeah, I'm seeing like these roads are sort of maybe circular, right?
Yeah.
And so we keep crossing.
They kind of radiate with the other streets that radiate out.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay. All right. The urban planning here is wonderful. I
If we survive this, we'll make a note of it.
sure.
It's
Propose to the capital.
Sketch it out.
Send some urban planners.
It's laid out like the flip side of a dartboard. You know, one
Oh,
side
sure,
just has
yeah.
a regular bullseye, and the other
Yeah.
side has the little segmented.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of what it's like.
Okay, all right. Well, we're gonna push past this main road.
Okay.
Oh boy, I love how we're putting the row of bodies between us and getting out of the city. But what are we gonna do? All right.
This might be a one-way trip.
And you
Yes,
pass
I think we all just need to be
Yeah.
comfortable with that.
3 more roads, also stacked with these things.
Sure, a lot of them. My
Yeah, Tilda, we know there's a lot of. You don't have to keep on mentioning it just to let you know.
goodness. I'm just making conversation. Is this the life
I've
you
done the
move?
math as much. I still lost count. You know, several roads
And
You
ago.
don't need to be rude.
And as you get closer, of course, the 2 roads coming in get
Oh,
closer.
they converge. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it starts getting... And you can see, like, occasionally, like, a wagon.
Day and night, these wagons are coming
Yeah.
and going.
Okay, so maybe it's time for us to find someplace to kind of just settle down and wait and see what happens. Or do we want to keep on trying to
We
get
wanna keep-
closer?
I wanna get
keep
into
on trying to
that
get
tower.
closer. Okay,
I
all
have a
right.
feeling we need to get at least to the base of the tower, if not into it.
I think we might want to try to hijack a wagon right here and send it off in a different direction so we can make an opening for us.
No.
Okay.
I want to wait till we get closer, and I want to look and see what these people look like.
Tilda's got the skill set here. I just want to.
I understand. I want to.
You give me a little shout out there.
What I really want to do is just be able to sneak up to the front door and pick the way in and get into that tower.
All right.
If failing that, if we can just blend in with the local population. I don't know if they're all in rags. I don't know if some of them are in armor. Failing that, we'll club them over the head and dress like them. But we need to try to get to that tower.
Have we seen anybody like? I know we've been seeing the wagons off in the distance. Do we see any other people kind of walking around?
No.
Okay. Well, it's late at night, so okay. All right. Well, I guess we
How
push
much more
through.
time till Dragon Hour?
It's could happen anytime.
Okay.
It depends on. I mean, if the dragon's at home watching Netflix, it might not even.
Stay in tonight.
Yeah. Ordered a pizza. Okay.
I always
Well,
wondered how often dragons have to eat. Because I used to have a snake, and that thing, I only had to feed that thing once a month. I mean, when I was trying to grow it, I'd feed it once
yeah.
a week.
It'd have to be a huge meal though for a dragon. You know?
Oh, sure.
You have to eat like a town's worth of people.
Yeah, or a couple cattle, maybe.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Maybe you just like snacking. Some people
It's a grazer.
And then there's also territorial things as well, not just always for hunting.
All right, I think so. We push through, and if we see signs of anybody, that
Well,
might be a good opportunity to club them in the head and steal clothing.
Like you pass one of the roads and you
Yeah.
start going through like the rubble again, and like you're like guessing you're like halfway through it, like how the roads have been spaced so
Yeah.
far, and now you're definitely hearing people from ahead of you.
Okay, all right.
Conversations,
If we keep going, we're gonna start.
like,
we're gonna
straight-
start. Yeah.
which probably turns your stomach because
Oh.
it's awful here.
How
Yeah.
can they eat?
Yeah.
They're all
I'm glad
nosed
we
up.
had a good meal earlier.
Yeah.
Is there any way that I can cast simple illusion like around us to make it look like we are just 3 of the people in furs?
Simple illusion. I think that affects one
It's-
one sense.
It says
correct?
area, simple illusion area, yes.
Oh, it's area.
Creates a purely visual image that
Does
can
the
be
area
seen
travel
by
with us?
anyone in view of the area it
There's,
occupies.
I'll bet there's a specific spell that does what you're talking about.
Uh-huh. Maybe a single object or an entire scene. It may move to a different area or change size and shape up to its maximum area.
Let me look.
What I really want to do is just make it look like we're
Blending in with the crowd.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
It's in. Well, except it wouldn't make us disappear. It would just add 3 of them.
Couldn't you make it look like we're a part of a wall or something?
Yes, but I'm trying to get from here to the tower, and if we make a big wall that goes across the...
Yeah. And we're gonna hit another
Yeah,
main
what you're looking for is
thoroughfare.
illusion disguise,
Yes.
which is a specific spell that does what that does.
Would have been a good spell to have.
I mean, you could make a simple illusion of a wall, and they wouldn't see you through it.
Right.
They wouldn't be able to move with it.
Yeah.
Unless it was a walking wall, which...
Or a cardboard box.
The bush that goes up and
Yeah,
comes back
yeah.
down.
Okay. We could try to. We try to sneak up on a couple of people and
I don't
knock
wanna-
them out, steal
I
clothing.
think it's too early still. The other
Okay,
thing
all
that
right.
could happen is the dragon could come, and then we could just make a bolt for it because
Yeah,
we'll all be.
I'm okay waiting.
So, how close are we to the tower?
You are probably less than 100 yards away.
And what's between us and the tower?
A bunch of rubble and partial buildings, and then some kind of clearing or something, because you can hear conversations happening. ahead.
Is there a place that doesn't seem to have people around this tower, or is it?
Are you going to start going run that way?
Yeah.
Okay. So you start heading one direction. What are you going to do when you get to the road?
Stop and watch and listen, look.
Give me a perception.
10, which is
That should
enough.
make it. It's
Yeah.
your IQ.
Is
It's probably
12.
Okay, yeah.
Where's my perception? I know it's here somewhere. Vision, taste, will, right check. Okay.
You can see, like, down at the end of the road, where it comes to either a very large road or a big clearing before the actual tower itself, and there is a cook fire. You can see people kind of around it. Looks to be like 6 or 8 of them.
Well, the one thing I know about this, and this is from camping, which is if you are in a fire, it's really hard to see past it because your eyes aren't very used to it. So
Yeah.
perhaps we can skirt around the outskirts of that without being seen or heard, especially if they're eating and talking.
What do the people look like? They all in furs as well.
Yeah, mostly look like trappers
Okay.
or woodsmen.
So the same. Okay. So there's not a whole lot of variety. In other words, we'd have to get furs and stuff if we want to try to blend in. Okay.
Yeah, but I will say you are. I mean, when you can kind of pick out words, because mostly it's mumbling. Because no one's being really loud. You're not sure it's whatever the common tongue is. You don't some of them you don't understand.
Is it that southern accent?
Like a whole different language.
Okay.
Because he came from the south, right?
He did, yes. I mean, pretty much everyone now speaks. I mean, there are local languages, but there is a common language that everyone speaks within.
But there is another continent that...
At least 2 that you know of.
well, that's just swell. Where's the door to the tower in relationship to us?
You don't know. You could not
Still
see
can't
the
see it
base
from
of
here.
the tower
Okay.
from the vantage point that you have.
So
Can
we'd
we
have to
just
get a little
can we
closer.
skirt the road and keep going around the tower? Well, basically, I want to go around the tower till we find an entrance
Okay.
at a safe
I'll let
distance.
one person make a stealth check per road you cross.
Eight.
Okay.
Pretty good.
So you're going to go until you see a... Okay. Then make 3 more.
8.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yep.
Pretty good.
2
Keep
more.
it up.
Ruh-roh.
10, 13, and my stealth is
10.
10.
That's 12, not 13.
Thank you. It's 12.
Okay. You make it across. You have 1 more.
8. I've rolled 3 8s in a row, except
Okay.
for that one.
That's pretty good.
All right.
Yeah.
As you pass the last one, or that one is just kind of to look down, and you can see that there is the it's like gates. The tower's big, and this tower is probably 25 yards in diameter. It's pretty big.
Oh wow.
So it's like 2 big doors. They probably open out. And there down, you can see that there are people there's like a group of people now down there, and they're kind of like looking down the road
At us?
They
Or
can't
towards us?
see you, but
Towards us.
yes.
Okay. Well, and what, are they armed or anything, or are they just...
Well, they have weapons.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a weapon.
Okay.
They're like not sitting around eating. They're like all standing up and kind of looking that
A
direction.
little bit on alert. Okay.
Well, we'll duck back behind the
Yeah,
wall.
do you want to just lay low a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Look at the skies.
Yeah. Okay. Listen for the beating of approaching wings. At least until they relax again.
I'm going to listen, though.
Yeah.
If I hear approaching feet, I'm going to make a wall in front of us so that we blend in with our
You
simple
eventually
others.
do.
Then I'm going to make a wall.
Okay.
Kind of, because we're up against a wall, I'm going to put a wall sort of on or in front of us so it looks like it's part of the same wall
Okay. You can do that.
with my simple illusion spell. And tell everybody to be really quiet. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Keep those dice.
I'm keeping it.
Well trained.
And that's actually well under. I think 12 is what I needed for simple illusion. Let me look. 13.
So, critical success.
Right, because it's +5. Yeah.
Right.
That's a hell of a wall I made.
If not only is it a hell of a wall, you're pretty sure it's also like protecting you from sound.
Excellent.
Nice.
Nice
Okay.
wall fade.
All right.
Okay.
And it says I have to concentrate, but it doesn't feel like I need to because it seems really easy right now to keep the wall.
Well, you feel like a little, like every time you cast a spell, you feel like a little woozy, but it goes away like real fast.
In order for this to go on, it says I have to keep a concentration.
Then you have to keep concentration,
Okay.
which means any spell you cast while you're concentrating on it is at minus -1 for every spell you're maintaining.
Okay.
Okay. And you can tell by like the noise that they went right past you.
And again, their speech.
Oh. Mic is not off.
Okay. All right.
And their speech. What did we hear them saying, if anything?
You like what I'm saying. People would be crazy to come here. There's no one here.
Huh.
He's paranoid. That kind of thing.
Okay. But we understood them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do they have an accent?
Well, they sounded like
Locals.
yeah,
Okay.
local to you.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to maintain this thing.
You're
for
just
a
gonna
little bit
sit tight for a little bit?
Yeah,
Okay.
because they have to come back, right?
How it lasts a minute?
No, it'll last as long as I
No,
concentrate.
there's still a duration that you have to. Because if you were to cast it and not concentrate, does it have an amount of time it lasts?
I'll let you know in just a sec. Simple illusion. Here, I'll just hand it to you, and you can look up the pertinent information. Oh, duration 1 minute.
Okay, so every minute you have to.
You have
set this
to
time.
maintain it. Okay.
Half that to maintain. Base cost is 1 to cast, half that to maintain.
Okay,
So it's half a point every minute after that, which is...
which you normally would round up to 1, but in this case, because it's high mana, it's not costing you anything to keep it.
Lovely.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, so it's they like do like it looks like a fairly thorough search. They go along, and they're like going in like to make sure, but they seem to do a thorough search, like it's down to where the next road that the circumference roads that you had passed, like down that far. So, and then eventually they make their way back.
Okay.
And you can hear people doing the same thing, but by the other one.
We're
Because
just-
these roads are now getting fairly close.
I
to
understand.
each other.
So we're near the front gate. Was the front gate open to the tower?
It was, yes.
Okay.
But there was
There's a lot of
20
people.
guys there?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to maintain this until I know that they've sort of decided to go back to
They've definitely gone back.
their... Okay. I can let the illusion drop. And,
Probably total, probably 15 or 20 minutes.
Okay. Whew. All right.
And,
So,
then and at this point, you can hear the dragon, but it's far. You can tell it's not close.
It's coming.
well, it would be nice if we could get its attention. But I'm not sure how to do that without
revealing ourselves.
Yeah. Because I'm whispering this even though I'm speaking to I'm sure this dragon has tried and failed to get into the city numerous times, and so it may or may not even bother. It may not even know that the ward is down. So in some ways I'd like to at least get its attention so it comes over and checks it out, and then it might realize the ward is down, and then we might get, like, if we had only had fireworks or a Holocaust cloak.
Maybe I can fire a fire arrow, like a burning arrow into a wagon, a passing wagon? Fire a crossbow bolt rather?
Don't give away our...
I know, that's the only thing. I'd have to, like, scoot away from the two of you and then fire a shot from somewhere. Maybe then just drop my crossbow, leave it, and...
You guys have any ideas of, like, is there
else?
anything else we can catch on fire, or anything else that we can do to draw its attention? I know there were a lot of dead bodies we could try to light up.
We could set fire to some dead bodies. I have oil.
Oh, do you?
Well, yeah,
That
I
might
got
be
my
handy.
lantern here. I just haven't been using it because I didn't want to light any fires. I mean, I don't want to light any fires.
Well, perhaps if we do that, we can maybe get the oil going, and we can run back here or something. It'll make smoke and fire and smell, and perhaps the dragon will come to investigate.
Barbecue.
Yeah. Do we want to do it to the first? It was like several rings of bodies, right? Like each concentric circle.
Yeah,
had
you've crossed like 4 of those roads.
Yeah, and each one had bodies piled in there. Like,
yeah.
Do we want to do it in the closest one, or do we want to make our
Closest.
way all the way to the outside
Closest. I want it coming in close here
Close,
to the tower,
okay.
and realizing it, and then it'll realize that it can get to the tower, and it might do its work for us.
one?
Do our work for us.
I'm good with that plan. If you want to head back, I'll start pouring oil on some bodies.
Yeah, let's do
All
that.
right.
Let's find some of the
Okay.
crispier ones and see if we can't get its attention. I don't.
Okay.
It's going to draw everybody's attention, so we need to do this quickly and come back maybe to here.
Can you recast the wall?
Yeah, we might
I
need another
can.
wall.
I can. Is there a roofed building anywhere nearby where we are?
Yeah, we did find some not roofed necessarily. But, well, yeah, like
Yeah.
the stone roof buildings, right? Yeah, and I took note of where they are.
So that will be our meeting spot. If we get separated, we're going to come to this place.
Okay,
And
I
then
am wondering if there are people in the stone-roofed buildings because
it didn't seem like it, right? Like these were the ones we were passing by as we were sneaking through town. So they should be empty. All right, then. Do either of you have any oil that you can burn?
I probably do. I mean, first of all, I have cooking, so I
Oh
probably
yeah,
have cooking
yeah.
oil.
You've got
You know
cooking.
that.
Yeah.
And I've got
Because the more, maybe we could set fire to a few different clumps of bodies, draw attention to a number of them.
I'd rather do this quickly and then beat a retreat.
Okay, that's fair too.
Even if the people show up before the dragon does, I want them to think that perhaps, I don't know, that one of them spontaneously combusted. I don't want a bunch of them around. I don't know.
I'll
I don't know
pass
what
this
I
thing.
want, but I'm.
Inside
Nope,
the
totally,
clumps.
totally valid. All right. Do you want me to run off on my own? You two stay here. That way, if anything happens and I get caught, it's just me.
Then at least we have 2 more people to continue the plan.
Yeah, and then we'll meet at that building
Okay.
you mentioned. Okay. All right.
All right.
All
Good
right.
luck, Seagull.
Thank you. And I'm gonna, start sneaking my way back toward that first ring of bodies.
Okay.
No, it'll be the inner ring. So
Yeah,
it'll
yeah,
be
yeah.
the last
Well,
ring
no,
of
I
bodies.
mean the first one that I come to.
Okay.
Like.
Closest to us.
Yeah, there we go.
Considering the fact that they're eating closest to the tower, the last ring you passed is probably the last ring of bodies.
Oh, sure, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. So we'll go to that ring that we most recently passed.
Even necromancers can only go so far with working conditions.
It's
Fair.
they knew the job was hazardous when they took it.
Right.
Yeah. And yeah, I'll see if I'll try to find a clump of bodies close together that maybe look like they have flammable clothing on, or whatnot, or scraps of flammable clothing. That way, hopefully, if I pour oil on stuff, it'll get stuff started and it'll catch kind of throughout.
One of the groups seems to be wearing padded cloth armor.
Sure. Okay.
So-
All right. I'll start pouring.
Looks
some...
like they're like Each one is like a platoon size.
Oh,
Okay.
I gave you like a little some kindling to take with you.
Oh, I'll
Is that
take.
what
Yeah,
you-
yeah. I'll
okay.
take it. I'll take it. All right. I'll start. Look around, make sure nobody's around me. I'll start pouring oil on as many of the bodies as I can get it on. I'll put kindling on a couple of them and start lighting them.
Okay. So sprinkle
Yep.
them.
Yep.
Okay. How much
Kindling is like.
How much oil do you have?
I have a pint. It's not a lot.
Not a lot.
Not
Okay,
a lot.
all right.
I'm gonna say that maybe my lantern has a little bit in there too. So
Yeah, you can
But
use
that's
that.
why I'm looking for like
Again, I
bodies
could
that
have
might
given you
catch
some
as.
additional
Right.
oil.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, exactly,
Okay.
exactly. So, do I have anything else that might catch fire for that matter? I don't. At this point, I don't really care. I have wine, but wine doesn't catch that great. So, yeah, it's not like hard liquor or anything. Nope, I will use that. I'll drain it. I'll empty my oil,
Okay.
put
All
some
right.
kindling down, start a fire, hope the bodies catch.
Well, the clothes certainly does catch.
Okay, all right, sure.
And then you start hearing some popping and hissing. So.
Okay, and as soon as I see a good fire going, I'm going to start making my way towards that building.
Okay. And also, like all of the spears have wooden shafts.
Oh, sure, yeah.
These
Yeah,
here
there you
for
go,
radiate
yeah.
them almost like fuses.
There you go. Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
I love that idea.
All right. And it gets you like get it going in a couple of different places.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
in case it
Kind of
gets
kindling
blown.
scattered around.
Right.
Yep. Just increase my chances.
And then you make your way back. Give me a.
Yeah.
And once again, Stu, your players have let something on fire.
Of course it is. That's what you do. It's what you
inevitable.
do when you're playing. Give me like a stealth roll to get back.
Okay, and that's Dex, right?
It's dex based, yeah.
Okay. That's not bad. 9 out of 13.
That's good enough.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay, I go slinking back to that Bill to our assigned meeting place. I, as soon as I kind of round the corner and make eye contact, I just put my hands to, my mouth and let you know that it's me. And then I give you the thumbs up.
Well, I'm signaling you to come in.
Yep.
And now we're just going to wait.
What's inside this building?
Looks like it was probably someone's home at some point. So you've got like a rotted bed, and there's like a table. Everything's abandoned. I mean, there's like a stove here. You could if you wanted.
I'll make a snack now.
But yeah, it's like someone's home.
I've just now hit on a great idea. Maybe this is what you've done is just a food-based magician. It's like Gordon Ramsay's a magician. There is one.
I'm
So
almost
food-based
positive
magic?
there's a food college of spells. I'm
That's
almost
great.
positive.
It's
there
GURPS. Why wouldn't there be?
Yeah. Paid chapter 10 food spells.
Wow. It's like Gordon Ramsay is a mage, and it's everything's food-based. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
All hell breaks loose.
Of course.
You can hear like some kind of bell from the tower going ka-clang, 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 and now people are getting up.
Good, the bell's going to help with the dragon.
Right. And from that direction, from the tower, you can hear that there are now people assembling.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to wait then for a bit.
Yeah. Do we have a view of kind of the surrounding from where we are? Are we pretty?
There's a window that's there's like a small street
Yeah.
that this thing is off of.
Yeah.
That there aren't bodies stacked on.
Okay.
And you can kind of see like a little. You can kind of see some shadows and
Yeah,
stuff.
but we can hear activity all around.
Absolutely.
So, okay. All right. At least it seems like if anybody comes running our way, we'll be able to hear it coming. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and there we did hear the beating of dragon's wings kind of off in the distance.
Yes.
Way up
So
in
now
the
that
Okay,
once
all
the
right,
fire
all right.
and the bell,
And
I think
the
our
bell,
odds are
hopefully,
much better.
yeah, it's up in the tower. Okay.
Nice to be hoping for a dragon, but here we are.
Okay. Are you going to cast your
wall.
wall
We're
spell?
inside the building now. Do we need the wall?
If we hear somebody coming.
I might as well. We might as
Okay,
well.
sure. That's fine.
Here's why. If the dragon shows up and starts casting fire about, they may be looking for roof to buildings as soon as they can,
Right, true.
and they may stumble into this one.
Okay, fair.
So yeah, I'll cast my wall spell
Okay.
because it costs nothing to maintain and it costs nothing to do, so we might as well do it. 11, which is
Not a critical success.
not a critical success, but good
Yeah.
enough.
Quiet this time. Okay. And you can definitely hear they're not now like going through the ruins, picking through the ruins.
Okay.
There's guys headed on both roads. You can hear that. It sounds like quite a few of them, and like they're headed to where the road is where the fire is.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
But there's also guys that look like they seem to be going through. It's like someone has decided, okay, you fuckers didn't search enough.
Okay.
We heard something before. Now go fucking find it.
Okay.
That's what's going on at this point.
Yep.
Guess we're gonna chill behind the wall. I'll have my crossbow ready, just in case.
Right. And it gets to the point where...
But someone opens the door.
Well, there's no door. The
Oh,
door
okay.
is
Yeah.
long gone. But you do... A couple guys kind of come in, and one of them's got a lantern. They have weapons drawn at this point, carrying swords. There's like 2 of them. And they come in. You rolled an 11?
I did, but plus 5, so 18 would be my...
So you made it by 7.
Yes. Now, Simple Illusion has a... Did you look at it? I think it's a...
It's resisted... Most of them are resisted by will.
Okay. That's fine.
I probably would have written that on there, I'm guessing. Did I write that on there?
All it says is, any sapient creature can dispel it by disbelieving, taking a concentration action, and making a successful will roll.
Right. Okay. So they kind of come in and they look around a little bit, and then they leave, and they keep going on in the other direction.
Okay.
Okay, we're just going to hang out. I mean, I'm waiting for that dragon.
I really
Our
hope it
plan
does.
is now that in
Yeah.
the commotion that the dragon causes, we will sprint towards the gate of the
Right.
of the tower. So really, we're in a waiting period. He may not even show up today. Who knows?
Half hour goes by, and you can hear they're like all around.
Yeah.
There's
Yep.
people all over the place. And now you can hear, in languages that you don't know, you're hearing people who are obviously complaining, or they're just bitching at their boss, about their boss. And a second group of people come in. A different group of people come in this place. Oops. And they come in and they look around, and then they leave again.
Okay.
Come on, dragon.
Do we want to keep on hunkering down? Do we want to try to get closer at all?
Not until things calm down a bit, or
Okay. All right.
We really have pinned all our hopes. on
Yeah,
this
this
dragon.
dragon.
I can think of no other way to get past an army of undead. I mean,
Yeah.
It's just
totally.
patience.
Okay. All right.
Watching Game of Thrones, except for that one dragon.
Okay.
it may not even happen today. We may have to do this again tomorrow. We might be here all day.
Don't have to get more oil.
All right, about another half hour passes, and they all head back.
Does it seem like the fire's still going, or did they put it out? They probably put it out.
They put it out.
Oh, it's like way over there. Hold on.
Don't worry about it. I'll use different set.
Okay, all right. I'll grab that in the session. Okay, so they did put it out. Okay. Well,
Yeah. Okay.
Dawn.
Is it possible that everyone just just roll 3d6 and let me know if anyone what the lowest number is?
Oh, that's
Whoever gets the lowest number.
I got a 7.
That it? That lowest?
11.
16.
Okay. Okay, Stork. Fades,
Okay, Stork. Stork, okay.
Fades, like, you have like a kind of a view where you're standing behind your fake wall where you can kind of see through the window. And you can see guys, like, with torches and lanterns. Several of them that are headed toward the building you're in
Okay.
with intent.
Okay. We've outstayed our welcome. We need to move.
Okay.
Is there a way to get out of this building without them seeing us?
If they're not coming from all directions, because what you are seeing is closest to the tower.
Right.
The entrance is opposite
How many people?
of that. Well, from the window, from what you
Yeah.
can see, at least 4, but they're weapons drawn, things out, and they're like headed with intent towards the tower.
There's only towards our
But your
Our hiding spot.
Our hiding
hiding
spot.
Okay. All right.
So there's only one door into this building, though, right?
yes. And it's opposite of the window that you're looking out.
How many people are coming?
4.
At least 4.
Okay.
From what you can see through the window.
Clearly somebody sensed us in here, so.
You do know that there is at least one mage here.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So I have the grease area. Makes the surface extremely slippery. Anyone stepping onto the surface must roll it. Here, I'll hand it to you.
Okay.
I would like to cast that at the front door.
Okay. Well, the door is opposite the window.
And that's fine.
Okay.
Because they can't, I mean, unless, they can throw torches in here, but there's not really anything to burn,
No,
right?
not at all.
And they can look in here, but they can't really, all they're going to see us is
They'd have
a
to
wall.
go
Right.
around to the... Yeah.
Right. But in order to attack us, unless they shoot crossbow bolts through there, they'd have to come through the door, right?
Right.
Right.
And your illusion is still up.
Yes.
So go ahead and cast it. What's the duration of it? Did it not say?
This spell can also be cast on vertical surfaces, making climbing impossible. Adjustment of surfaces, unlike ice lake effects, are nearly identical. Grease cannot be seen by normal means. Grease and glue resist each other. Duration 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It's it gives you a -2 for every yard it moves within the affected area. That's a dex roll. It's necessary to stand up.
So the base cost
Here.
is 3.
You got
I'm
it?
assuming, yeah, I got it.
Okay.
So you only need 1 hex worth. So yeah,
Yeah.
you're fine. Go ahead and roll.
6, 4, 8, 12. 13 is my number, but 18 is where I'm at.
Okay. All right. You cast that.
So, Ziegel, now would be the time to get that crossbow ready.
Yep, I'm ready. It's aimed at the door.
I can do hinder if we need it.
So if I see anybody coming in, I mean, do I want to? Well,
You want to shoot one.
Yeah.
If you can root one, and the rest hopefully will be flailing around on the ground.
kind of
With
and
hinder, I
bottleneck
don't
at
have to
least.
touch them. With everything else, I have to touch them with my staff. So I'd have to get pretty close.
What's hinder do?
I can
Oh, okay.
also I can also hopefully get a couple. Like if it's just a doorway, they're gonna have to push through each other to get it to us. So hopefully I can take a few out with my crossbow and kind of block up
crossbows
the
take
area
a
a little
while
bit.
to load.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I don't really have anything other than the bolas, but if they're falling, then I don't really have a missile weapon. I think I have a throwing dagger. 1, 2 points.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see there's people. There's more than 4 people out there,
Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be?
and you can hear kind of them walking on either side, and then you definitely can tell that there's torches because you can see them like off of the ruins outside the doorway, and there seems to be one guy who's like looking in through that window, like that, and then someone comes into the doorway and immediately eats shit. Oh, God damn it! And then another one does the exact same thing. So there's 2 guys there now trying to sit up.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot one of them.
Okay. What's your basic move? Just so for initiative. Just
Basic move is 3.
don't have give me a pencil.
Crossbows 14.
So your basic speed is 3.
Basic move is 3. Basic speed is 6.25.
6.25. Stork Elite.
I'm sorry, what?
Basic speed.
Basic speed is 5.
My basic speed is 5.5.
Yep.
I'm going to cast another spell once you're done making notes, Stuart.
Okay. Well, he was basically waiting, so he's going to get his turn, and then that's going to go to.
Okay. When
Okay,
he rolls, here's the spell I'm going to cast. You might want to read it before we.
Which one is it?
It's called Distant Blow.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so the black dice are my to hit dice, the red dice is my damage dice, and then the yellow dice are hit locations.
Got
This
it.
is very well organized.
Oh, that's not great. Oh, 13 out of 14, though, for crossbow. So that's a hit, I hope.
Yep.
It'll be 6 points of impaling damage to the right leg.
Okay, that cripples the leg and puts him down.
Okay. Didn't kill him. He was a trapper until he took an arrow to the leg, to the knee.
To the knee.
I'm going to say hit the knee. So.
There you go. Blows his knee
leg.
out.
Hopefully, it'll at least make it a little difficult for folks to get in.
He's like right in the middle of the doorway.
So I take it they know now that a crossbow bolt flew out of a wall for all intents and
sure.
purposes. I'm going to put my crossbow down. I'm going to pull a dagger and get ready to throw it in case somebody else comes on.
So I want to cast this spell called Distant Blow.
Okay.
And I want to make it... I'm just going to use a mace because you actually have the stats for the mace.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And club one of these guys over the head.
Okay.
So what this does is projects a blunt weapon. Any blunt weapon I choose, it sounds like.
The weapon must be one that delivers blows. Brass knuckles are all right, but a garrote is not. Also, long as the subject is within caster's line of sight, which the dude is, and the caster's weapon can strike him. The subject defends normally, dodgeball parry, as if an invisible double of the caster was engaging him. The caster's own body for punching, biting, kicking counts as one weapon for the purpose of the spell. If the subject gets inside the weapon's real reach, normal rules apply. The weapon does not actually stretch or leap from the caster's hand. The force of the blow is transmitted magically. Apply standard range attack minors. Note that the magical properties of the weapon. The caster cannot be used through this spell.
Like, if you had a flaming sword, it couldn't work. So it has to be a weapon I have, and I'm like swinging it, and then it just mimics the blow, or is it any weapon I choose?
I think you actually have to hit him, don't you?
I think so too.
I think you.
But I have to use.
Like you would be across the room with
Right.
whatever you're using.
Okay.
It seems like.
Okay, that's fine then. I have a light club that I can use.
Okay. All right. You paid money for a stick.
I did. Remember, it's a cane,
Right,
sword
yeah,
cane,
yes,
and
right.
so because the whole point was I knocked people unconscious and dragged them in for a bounty or whatever. It's all non-lethal stuff, mostly non-lethal. So this would be an attack roll, or is it a magic?
Roll your spell first.
Okay, 6, 7, 8, 12.
Okay. Let me. What's the spell called again?
Distant blow.
Let me see if I'm missing anything. Okay, basically you're casting it on the weapon.
Okay,
So then,
so that does make sense.
Yeah.
So it's only the weapon that I own.
Yeah.
Whether it's a staff or okay.
All right. Do your
Roll my
worst.
roll my attack roll now.
This is the guy who's not laying on the ground clutching his
Oh
knives.
God. 12. 16, which would be a miss because my
Sure, that's not your forte.
I have an 11 block. 10. Yeah, so 10 is my base to hit, so I missed.
But the guy does notice that happens, and backs out. Like he's like laying on the ground. He's just not. Hasn't gotten up yet, so he like backs away.
There's a bunch of saving rolls to get up, I guess.
He's not doing that. He's sliding.
Okay.
What just happened?
Oh, that thing fell off the. It was up there precariously. That'll all be fixed.
In days.
Yes.
Yeah, true. Hey, can I borrow the player book? Sure. By the way, I need to get stats for a dagger.
Now would be a really.
Are you looking for damage? I think it's 1d.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Oh, although
Well, you know,
Never
I've
mind.
got
No.
a little while here. Let me just look it up real quick.
Okay, so they back out, and you can hear that. They got a crossbow. You want to do anything?
I have nobody to do anything to right now.
Okay, well, yeah.
Is anybody else in the doorway? No.
Not yet.
Okay.
Well, you can reload your crossbow though too.
Yeah, I'll do that too. I mean, I'll put if nobody's coming, I'll kind of resheathe the dagger and start putting another.
It probably
bolt
takes
in
you
the
like 2
crossbow.
turns to do that or something. I don't know
Well,
exactly how long it takes, but it
it's
takes
fine.
a little while.
Yeah, if I have to drop it and throw a dagger, I can do that. But I'll start working towards that.
Okay, so you're in the middle of doing that.
Yeah.
And someone throws a torch inside, and then someone else says, "What the fuck you think that's going to do, idiot? Rocks don't burn."
They're very sassy.
Come on, dragon.
Oh, is it back up to me in that case, or like what?
Sure.
Oh,
You're at the top of the.
okay, all right. You know what? I'm gonna.
Someone just had his knees shot.
That's fine.
So,
As long as nobody's geting close, I'm just gonna keep on loading that crossbow. Is it loaded?
clearly,
at this
these
point,
guys
or-
aren't paid enough to fight. They're only paid enough to collect bodies.
I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. In that case,
Yeah,
I will kind of just continue to keep loading my crossbow until.
It's loaded.
Okay. All right. Oh, there's still that guy in the window, huh? I mean, the guy who slipped rather at the door. He's still alive.
They backed out.
They dragged him out. Or,
Oh, the guy
'Cause he got the arrow to
there
the
were
knee.
2 guys that fell.
yeah. Yeah.
One guy got a crossbow bolt in the knee.
Yeah.
He probably over the course of time
Oh,
moved
has
his way out.
crawled away. Okay.
You took a swing at the other guy. After he took a swing at
Yeah.
him, he moved.
He backed away.
out.
Okay.
So they're, at
So-
this point,
Well.
and the guy in the window, he just flat disappeared once the guy got the crossbow bolt to the knee.
Okay.
'Cause he didn't want to get one in the face.
I mean, do we want to move or? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
We're in a completely defensible position.
I'm gonna keep on keep that crossbow aimed.
We have the
maybe
high
closer
ground.
to head level at this point. Yes, we do. We do.
Sorry.
No, I'm getting blinded.
Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep aim that crossbow until
okay.
until somebody comes along.
Ah.
Hopefully nobody will come along. Hopefully they'll at least walk away for a bit.
I don't like it.
1,
when it
2,
does that.
3, 4,
Oh
5,
god.
6.
1.
Of course, it was you. But this is a blind shot,
Right.
and that misses. An arrow comes.
Okay.
Okay. We're just gonna be quiet.
Yep. Just gonna wait until
Come on, dragon.
I see somebody to hit. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Until somebody else makes an appearance. It's gonna be a long
there we
fight.
go.
Just plunk them away. But we have the defensible position. We're not leaving.
What is the duration on that spell? Was
the
it 10
grease?
minutes?
10 minutes.
Okay. So
But I think I can concentrate and keep it going. I can see that.
it'll say like have to maintain or something along those lines.
It says duration 10 minutes.
Let me look. It might be. It's called grease. Right?
Grease area.
I think it's just grease. It's an area. That area is just the type of spell.
Okay.
142. Same cost to maintain. So you're just going to keep it up indefinitely?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Because it's not really costing me mana in this magical place, which I really dig.
Eventually, a bunch of guys just try rushing through the door.
Okay.
Okay. As soon as one guy comes along, crossbow flies his way.
See, I love spells like this,
He
which
fell on the
seems
ground.
ridiculous and stupid, and yet you can hold off an army.
Yep.
People don't like getting shot.
No, and people don't like falling down.
Yeah.
And I know in GURPS when you fall down, not only do you take damage, but you're prone and lose all your defenses and parry and all of that.
Go ahead and
Okay.
make a roll to hit.
Thanks. So that is 10 to hit, which is a hit. That is 2 plus 3, 5 points of damage to
Is that torso?
torso. Yeah.
Okay, and how much?
Five.
5.
5.
Okay, that's enough to take one of them out.
Oh, hey. Okay, and if there's another one, and I get a chance, I'll throw my dagger at it.
There will be another one.
Okay, all right.
So the one guy went in, ate shit, you shot him. Next guy does not eat shit. He makes it into the room.
Ooh.
Is that the one? So if someone at this point wants to throw a dagger,
Can I do the
or-
distant
or
blow at him?
anything, you can all just let's try in order. So
Okay.
start.
Distant blow.
Take
So
a
I
distant blow.
Okay.
Is the spell still active from last time? 3 minutes?
Oh, it's still active.
So you just
Okay,
gotta hit
so I
him
just
now.
got to hit him. Oh, that's a hit. 6, 7, 8. That's a hit. And 10 was what I needed.
Okay.
I hit him with my light club, which
He does not dodge.
does damages. Why are there 2? Oh, swung. Oh, it's swung. So
Yeah.
1d plus 2 CR.
Crushing.
Oh. 2, 4.
4 crushing. Okay. Okay. You smack him like in the. You want to hit? You want to do a hit location?
Oh yeah, I do. If I smack him in the head, it would be great. I'm going to roll one of these dice. These guys have been rolling really high. 14, which puts him at the left leg.
Okay. All right. Well, that'll drop him on the ground. So he ended up landing on the ground anyway. The next guy falls and eats shit.
I'll throw a dagger at the guy that Fade hit. Try
Okay.
to take him out. That is 10 to hit, so that's another hit. Whoa. That is 4 points of damage to the left arm.
And that's with a dagger, right?
Yeah,
That's really good for a
Oh,
dagger.
shit.
left arm, left
That-
leg.
He's bleeding out.
Okay, all right.
You like nicked an artery.
Okay.
And then that guy makes it through standing.
Okay.
So there's 2 guys that have made it through this turn.
Okay.
One of them made it through, and he's literally in the room. At this point, your illusion is moot because enough weapons have flown out.
Flown through this wall.
Right. Okay.
Even without making the will roll, they're going to know that there's an illusion there.
How
and that
far
kind of
away
thing.
are they from us?
Probably like 3 hexes.
Okay.
So
What's the
yards.
reach of my staff?
Usually 2, I think.
All right.
So you can take it. You can step and attack.
Okay.
So there's a guy laying on the ground that ate shit, and there's another guy who's standing up. They both have swords,
Okay.
and you know that there's more people.
I'm going.
Oh boy.
I want to use this spell. It's a silly spell. Can
Okay.
I move and cast?
Dang, step and caster.
Okay. I want
This
to
is a very good spell.
I want to cast itch.
This is a very good spell. You don't know. It works on dragons even.
All right. So
I love little spells like this. They're the best.
oh. Wait.
Don't forget to add +5 to your skill.
Oh, then I'm fine. So with +5, I was at 19, and I rolled a 13, so I made it by 6.
Resisted by health. That is not making a health roll by 6. Causes the subject to itch fiercely in a spot of the caster's choice. The subject is at -2 to dex until he takes a full turn to scratch. More if armor, etc., is in the way. Only one itch spell can affect a given subject at a time. Okay. All right. So we'll find out if he decides to itch or try to ignore it when his turn comes. Do you want anything
Can I cast distant blow at him again?
at the same guy that's itching, or do you want to do it at the other guy? Now, you
the other-
cast it
there's
at
a
the
guy
guy who's
that's-
standing or the guy who fell?
The guy who was standing.
Okay.
The guy that fell looked like he's bleeding out. So I want the
No,
one.
no. Another one rushed through.
Right, I'm
We
going to
have
go for
two
that
guys.
guy.
A total of 4 guys rushed through. So there's a guy that slipped on the ground who still has not been hurt.
Okay.
Okay.
I want the ones that's standing, because the ones that are on the ground have to make a saving throw to get
Okay.
back up. So
Got it.
I'm going to go with the one that
The one that she put the itch spell.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
I missed,
Okay.
because that is not a 10.
All right. So he's going to try to attack. He's going to try to take a step. I've got it. Fucking nice. And he's probably going to try to take something at you because you
Okay.
probably look the most dangerous.
Sure.
10 will hit.
Okay.
If you would like to you can make a active defense. You can dodge. What are you carrying for a weapon right
I'm
now?
carrying my mace.
You can parry with a mace, but it's unbalanced, so that unreadies it.
Yeah. No, I'll take the hit. I'll just.
You can just dodge.
I'll just
you
stay
can always
in.
roll a dodge.
Okay. Yeah. So hold on for a second. Dodge, and that's just
your move?
it's standard, right? So I have a dodge of 9.
Okay.
That's 9.
Oh, okay. All right. So you get out of
Managed
the
to
way.
sidestep. Okay. All right.
And that brings it to the... Oh, no, there's one guy on the ground who's going to try to get up.
Okay.
Yeah, he does not get up.
Is the guy that's
Several
standing,
rounds.
is he still in the greasy spot? He just made it...
He made it through the greasy spot.
Okay.
Okay. Can I take a swing at the guy that swung at me?
Yep.
That's the itch guy?
Yes.
Okay, all right. That is 9 to hit, so that's a hit. It's not great.
His active defense did not work.
Oof, okay. In that case, he'll be taking 4 points of crushing damage to the groin.
I think that doubles. 4, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so he's
The vitals, you rolled an 18?
What was that?
Oh, groin, right there,
11.
11.
Yeah, I rolled yeah.
Okay. So, he's in a bad way.
And itching.
And itching.
Okay.
Tilda.
I can't find my root feet. I don't.
Body control spells. It'll be in right here. Rooted feet.
Okay.
Page 36.
36. Resisted by string.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do rooted feet.
2.
Itchy, who won't
Okay.
stop.
Okay.
Itchy.
No, it doesn't look very good. No, it's very good. It's
You're
okay.
adding 5 to your skill level.
Okay. That's 15. Well, then I made it because I had 15 and it's 15.
He's not resisted, so he's now standing in one place. I think that
Okay.
kills his dodge though.
His dodge score is cut in half.
Okay, yeah. All right. Fade.
I'm going to club him. Missed.
Okay.
It's not the world's most successful.
He's a sleuth, not a fighter.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna.
A new rush is going to try to make it through.
Of course.
Falls. Falls, and that will plot 3 guys on the ground in the doorway. Plenty clog it up. No one else is getting through until it clears.
Such a great spell.
Can you cast another one in an area further around?
Uh-huh.
Maybe we should do that. Well, I don't know. Just an
It's
idea.
okay for now.
Yeah. No, we're good. We're clogging the area. So, all right. I'm going to take another swing. Should I actually hold on? We have one person who's rooted
He's rooted and itched.
and itched. Maybe I should go for the other one. I'm going to go for the other one.
He's practically combat ineffective at this point. That guy, the guy who's standing.
Okay, we'll focus fire. Well,
In fact, he drops his sword.
and he surrenders.
He's like this.
All right, human
It's
shield,
more like this.
meat shield.
Now he's scratching the itch.
But wait, we have one more person who's in there that
3.
well, at the door,
There's
right?
3 slooping around, which is how I say the past tense of slipping.
They're slooping.
I was like, what? Who's that?
There's 3 of them trying to get up in the doorway, which is why no one else is rushing in.
I'm gonna go to the nearest one in the door. I'm gonna try to club him or try to mace him in the face.
Okay. Going for the face. Head is -5 to your skill level.
No.
But
And
then
it's
you guaranteed hit.
it's going to be a miss. Oh, it's 15. Yeah, 15
but
out of
you-
14. So that's a miss anyway.
But you do get a bonus because they're on the ground.
Because they're on the
prone.
ground. What's the bonus on the
Well,
ground?
that's a penalty
Well,
to his.
You know, no, I'm not gonna ace. I'm just gonna swing. It's not gonna be a mace to the face.
Okay.
You know, and as I do that, I'm gonna say, "Stay down." So what was the bonus to them being prone? Just out of
Yeah,
curiosity.
I don't think there's a bonus to hit. But
Oh, okay.
His penalty, but he has penalties to his defense.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, no, because that's a 15 out of 14, so it's a miss on my swing.
Okay.
But I mean, I'll get down. Stay down anyway. So.
Okay.
All close combat melee attacks and active defenses are at -3. Other physical skills, including missiles and thrown weapons, are at -2 for bad footing.
Okay. Oh yeah, they have those guys have like almost no active defense at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's it. That's it for me. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm gonna. Then it goes to you.
I mean, they're already hindered. They're already clumsy, and I don't.
Well, the one is given up.
Yes, I'm not paying attention.
He's scratching.
anymore.
But
Okay.
there's 3 guys trying to get up from the grease spot.
All right. I'll cast spasm on one of them so they drop. Are they still hanging onto their weapons, or are they still trying to get up?
I would say that one of them dropped a weapon, the other 2 have them, and they're still trying to get up.
Okay.
They're all actively trying to get up.
Okay. I'm gonna cast spasm on one of the 2 who still has a weapon.
Okay.
And one spell is. I made it by 10.
That's a critical success.
We're still adding 5, right?
You are still adding
Okay,
5.
I made it by 10.
That was spasm, correct?
Yes.
What does it do? So you can use it on his weapon hand to make him drop his weapon? Okay, all right. Got it.
That's not
On.
super helpful. That's okay.
No, it is.
So 2 of them don't have weapons in their hands. It takes a whole turn to grab your weapon back
Okay.
once you've dropped it.
And you can't parry anymore. And
Right.
Yeah. Though it's a very useful spell.
Okay, so there's 3 guys in the grease wrestling pit. 2 of them don't have swords. One of them is still clutching onto his sword as he's trying to get up. But all 3 are actively trying to get up. Fade is your.
I'm going to club one.
Okay.
Ooh, that one might hit. 5, yes, 8. That seems to be my favorite number today.
That will not be an active defense.
5, 6, 7.
I'm assuming one of the unarmed ones?
Yes.
Okay.
7 to the... Oops, I got to roll 3 dice, not 1. 7 to the... 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 7 to the hand. Just says hand.
What?
15.
It doesn't say left or right?
Nope.
Let's make it 1, 2, 3. It's the right. 4, 5, 6 is, or 1, 2, 3. It's their dominant. 4, 5, 6. It's not.
6.
Not undominant. Okay.
So they're offhand.
And he is now screaming in pain.
Okay.
And we're back up to the top of the thing.
All right. I'm gonna hit the one that you hit. Focus fire. All right, that's much better. 7 to hit, so that's a hit. It is going to be. Oh, hold on. I'm doing my mace. I've been rolling less damage than I needed to. 2d6. So 3 points of crushing damage to
That's a terrible.
to the torso.
3.
Yeah.
And that is that the same one that he hit?
Yeah.
The hand he hit?
Yeah.
That was at -7. That was 7 points, right?
Yes.
And you just did that's a he is also bleeding out now.
Okay. All right. And then I looked at the other guy's companions. And I said, "Stay down."
Okay.
They know we're here. You know, can use a little bit of a.
Tell him to fucking run before the dragon shows up.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Go for it. Tell him.
We'll skip Tilda for now.
Okay. I'm gonna club another one.
Okay.
Ooh, 6. Nope. Rolled a 12, needed a 10.
Got it. Okay. All right. Back up to the top. One of the 2, the guy who's still holding onto his sword, he just goes and someone pulls him out.
Oh, okay. All right. Some more of the troops.
Like they're trying to clear the doorway.
Yeah. Okay. All
Like
right.
someone grabbed onto his leg because like he's not all the way in. He's like laying like
Yeah.
partially in. So someone like grabbed his leg and yanked him out.
All right, I guess I'll take my mace. There's one more then in the doorway then.
Yes.
Okay.
One is bleeding out, and he will die shortly.
Yeah, I
And
will.
there's-
I'll try to smack the remaining guy. 15 to hit, so that's a miss.
The irony being that once we kill these guys, we're just going to have to fight them again when they get reanimated.
Sure, that's true. Yeah, hopefully they don't hold grudges. That's 15, so that's a miss.
Okay.
Tilda,
We
you're up.
skipped you, so you get 2 turns.
Okay, where are they? Where's everybody?
There's one guy. One guy got pulled out by someone that you weren't able to see back out. They're trying to clear the doorway, but there's one guy there who's bleeding out, and there's one there who's unarmed, and he's laying in the, still trying to get out of the doorway.
I don't think I have anything useful to do to these people. They've already suffered, I mean, basically everything I can inflict on them.
Okay. All right. Another one gets pulled out.
Okay, so that other guy that was down gets yanked out.
Yes.
So we just have the one body in front of the door at this point.
That was the body.
Oh, the body got yanked out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at this point,
They
the
yanked out
doorway,
the body.
the doorway is clear.
All right.
Okay.
I want to move to another section of the building and cast my wall spell again.
Ah, okay, all right.
I'm okay.
Let's see here, 8, 13, but it's an 8. At an 18, I made it.
Okay, not a problem. So you basically like you were like the say in the corner
Yeah.
over here, and you like move over to this corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're all going with you. We're all gonna.
You all move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, you all do that, and then you hear someone say, "What the fuck is that?" And you can hear.
Okay. Thank God.
Then you hear the bell go off, and then you don't hear any people outside the building anymore.
Excellent.
Okay. We hear footsteps like
Oh yeah, people
receding off in the distance.
are, right, and they're not all going towards the tower.
No.
Okay.
Probably not.
So it might be now or
Now's
never.
our chance.
Might
It's
be
now
now
or
or never.
never.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna just hop from building to building, I guess, making our way to the tower.
Okay. Right.
You know what? We could probably just go straight. We could probably just straight line it.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling that there's enough chaos now. Well,
Okay.
we'll know when we get there.
Sure.
Because I don't know if the dragon has made it over the city before.
Sure.
Probably never been.
I think. Do I take the
to
time?
see the
I'm gonna grab my
sights.
crossbow.
Right?
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
This will be great.
Yeah. Sure.
Assuming we get to the tower, fine. We get inside the tower, fine.
Mm-hmm.
What's our next move?
We have to try to kill the necromancer.
Okay. We have to
How
find
far?
the
What's the
necromancer.
range of your spell that you were hoping to
apportation?
use? Yeah.
Do you have to pull him
How
down, or can you push him off?
I can push him off too.
Excellent.
Well, that's what I was. I mean, if it's far enough, if it's the range. I mean, I'm sure it's not 75 feet.
It's you can move physical objects without touching them. The spell levitates its subject to move 1, not fast enough to do damage to it. But living objects get to resist with will. Duration is 1 minute. Cost varies with the weight of the object. Cost to maintain is the same. It doesn't say how far. That would be up to Stu. It's a regular spell, I guess. So
Okay.
that means it's probably within sight.
Okay. Because if you can yank him off
Off the top of the building.
the top of the building
That's what I'm hoping.
from a distance,
Right?
that would be great. If we didn't have to climb that tower.
That's what I'm thinking. That would be my ideal thing. It's like he stands up there.
Yeah.
like,
Staff
"Boom!"
raise. Yeah.
And then I pull him off this edge of the
Yeah.
building.
Yeah.
That's my plan. That's what I would love to do.
Okay. Whoops. All right, so you can see that there are. You see, like, are you going to just head straight towards the tower? Are you going to go to the road?
I think
or-
we can head straight towards the tower. I think that there's enough going on, and
Okay.
these people seem unmotivated enough to pay any attention to us. In fact, they may not even really know it's us because they're all around fire
Sure.
and we're in the dark, and there's bodies, people.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we get lost in the confusion,
Chaos.
chaos.
Okay.
Confusion?
Yeah. Hopefully confusion.
Okay. So you guys start heading that direction. There's no one coming towards you from here, but you can see people running on the roads away from the tower.
Okay.
And you get like up to like the last couple of structures and kind of ducking around, and it's pretty much abandoned. The gates, there are still some people coming out of there.
Okay.
Do we see the tower entrance?
Yes.
Or
the
do we
gates
actually?
going- yes.
Looking up, do we see the Cod War Mage?
Yes, you do.
What's the distance for
Hi.
apportation? Is it line
It's
of
a
sight?
regular spell.
I don't know what that means.
Regular spell means you have to be adjacent to someone for no penalty. Each hex away, which is 1 yard,
Okay.
is -1 to your skill.
So if I'm pulling them off a
25
75-foot building, 75 feet
and
is...
you're at minus 75 feet, foot
25
building,
yards.
You're minus 25 your
25
skill.
hexes. So we have to.
We have to
we
get in
You're going to be
yeah,
pushing rather
yeah.
than pulling.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So we've got to climb that tower if we want to do that trick.
Even with the +5 in this area, I don't think I can pull them off that wall.
That would make it like a minus 20.
We've got to find our way
Hard
up.
to do on 3 dice.
Got to find our way up.
Well, yeah. So I guess we'll just bolt towards the tower. We're going to run towards the tower.
Yeah, tower door, and we're going to do the.
Okay. Now there are actively people streaming out of it.
Out of the tower?
Out of those gates, yes.
But they don't... Are they panicking? Are they
It
armed?
seems like they're panicking.
Yeah.
They're armed, but they're coming out.
We're just going to... I'm not going to smash into them, but we'll avoid them and just run towards.
Okay, all right.
I don't think they really want to confront us.
Okay.
I'm going to go into the assumption that they're going to be busy trying to save their own hides and not worry about us.
All right. So you start headed in that direction.
Mhm.
I'm going to say it's going to take you 3 turns to get there.
Okay.
15. Okay. Who's leading the way?
I'll lead the way.
Okay.
And probably take the most hits if anything comes our way.
Yeah, we'll hit it. Something very bright is coming at you from the tower.
From the tower, like from the
tower.
top of the tower, from
Yep.
the front, top of the tower.
Top of the tower.
I try
You
to
can dodge.
Yeah, I'm going to try to jump out of the way.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dodge.
Okay.
Now, if you want, you can make a dive for cover dodge, and I'll give you like a +2 to your dodge, but that's going to leave you prone.
Also, does it look like Fade and Tilda would be in whatever this is coming to? Or like,
No, this is
hard to
like
say.
a concentrated burst of some sort of fire is coming at you.
I'm not-
It is a fireball.
I'm not
But
gonna-
Fireballs and GURPS don't explode unless it's an exploding fireball. So this is just regular.
Okay, all right. I'm not going to try to dodge for cover. I'm going to try to dodge and keep on
Okay.
running ahead.
Let's make a regular dodge.
Oh yeah,
Holy
that is
shit.
7 out of 9. 7
All
of
right.
9.
It like lands next to you, and it's pretty significant.
Sure, I can feel
That may
the
have
heat
hurt.
kind of like
Right.
yeah. Okay, radiating, and I kind of look back at you, make sure you're okay, and if you two are okay, I'm like,
Okay.
I'm gonna urge you forward.
He's going to have to get one more shot off at you.
Okay, all right, at
Let
me.
me see if he hits.
All right.
I won't hit.
Okay, all right. I see it coming at this point. I kind of do the serpentine thing. All right, great.
Serpentine,
Awesome.
serpentine.
Yeah.
We all watched that movie when we were kids.
Yeah.
What movie was
When we were-
that?
The In-Laws, and it was Peter Falk, and what's his name? Who was in the Rocketeer? The dad of the Rocket, the grandfather of the
Yeah,
Rocketeer.
Alan Arkin.
Alan Arkin.
Yeah.
And they're in-laws, and they don't get along. But like one of them's a secret agent. So they're like running from an airport or something, and he goes, run serpentine, and so he runs behind him. You didn't run serpentine. Oh right, so he runs back out and then runs back serpentine.
Oh my god.
All right.
Okay, all right.
So you guys are inside.
Okay, what does it look like inside?
It looks almost like a barracks,
Okay.
and it looks like someone had kind of refurbished it a little. There's a stairway on the opposite wall going up, and there's like a bunch of benches and tables in here.
Let's go up.
Yeah, but nobody.
There's no
nobody
people,
there.
no.
Do I see any weapons around? Just out of curiosity.
Sure.
Can I grab another dagger?
You
Since I
absolutely
threw
can.
my
You
other
get
one, I didn't get it.
sword, you got there's swords. There's probably spears.
Stick to my
daggers.
trusty mace, and I'll grab a dagger and
Okay.
kind of stick it
There's
in my.
probably a lot of them. You probably grab 3 or 4 if you want.
As I rush past. All right, I'll grab like 3 of them and be like, stick them in, wherever I can carry them.
Right.
I'll take them. I'll take it.
All right.
Okay, we're just gonna head upstairs
Okay.
at a very good clip because, yeah, I don't want him to escape.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you get up to the second floor. The stairs, like they go up, and it's like the floors between are made of stone. They're really thick. So you that stairway goes up, and you're on you're pretty sure you're only 1 floor below this guy.
Oh,
at
all
this
right.
point.
Gotcha. So it's 75 feet, but it's not like a floor every 10 feet.
No,
Okay,
not
alright,
even
that's,
close.
That's
yeah.
fine. Okay.
So, and this one looks like there's like bunk beds and stuff. It's all like moldering and rotted, but and it doesn't look like it's being used. But you can see another, like opposite when you come out. There's another staircase that leads up, and you're pretty sure that staircase is going to get you to the top.
Do we see any sign of that guy's stuff?
Not here, no.
Okay, maybe up top then. All right, you still want me to lead the way up there, up to this guy? At least, at the very least, I could distract. If he's up there, I can do something while you prepare. While you two prepare something else. Your spells to root
Itch
him
is
to the
very
ground.
good.
Itch him. Yeah,
Itch is very
sure,
good.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
And so is this grease spell. Is also very good.
Yep. If he's close
It's
enough
hard to
the
cast
edge,
spells
you
when you're
grease
falling and itching.
him, make him at least easier to push off the off
Yeah.
the edge of the building.
Absolutely.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So you're leading the way.
I'm leading the way.
All right.
Going up
So
that
so
stairway,
you're
bursting
all the
through.
way up to the point where you're like going through the big, thick floor
Yeah.
section, which is basically just a very scary narrow stairway.
Sure. Claustrophobic.
And you get up. You're probably like 6 steps from getting up there. Make a dex roll -2.
God. -2. All right.
He has his own grease spell.
That's going to be 11. 8 out of 11.
So you dex -2.
My dex is 13.
Oh, it is. Okay.
So
all
yeah,
right, got it.
yeah.
Okay.
So 8 out of 11.
So you made it. All right.
Yes.
So you step, and then you make one more.
Oh God.
He casts 2 hexes of it. You got
Only
one.
did the one. Yeah.
That's 15 out of 11.
So how'd that go?
Not well, I assume.
So you fall.
Down the stairs?
Let's see.
In
Make a
place.
dex roll to see if you try to
5 out of 11. Oh wait, am I still at the -2?
This is just
Okay, so 5 out of 13. I'm sorry, 10 out of 13.
okay.
No.
So you fall. I'm going to say you just take 1 point of damage.
Okay, all right.
So you fall, but you aren't tumbling down the stairs.
Okay.
And you two probably
Thank
stop
God.
because you probably saw him go nip, and
Yeah.
then he probably figured out right away what's going on.
Yeah. Fade, he knows your tricks.
Do you have an antidote?
Well, I mean, if I caught myself, I can at least carefully make my way up at this point, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What if we were to put down something like
Well, if
kitty
you-
litter or sand? I don't know.
It's not real grease, though.
Okay.
It's magical.
It's
does
magic
say,
grease.
it does say if you cast glue, if you have like
It
a glue spell, it
counteracts.
counteracts it. But I don't have the glue spell.
Yeah. Well, yeah. At the very least, I'll start making my way. I mean, if it's a claustrophobic thing, then I can at least have handholds on either side, right? So.
Yeah, and that probably wasn't affected by the spell. So you can probably actually kind of.
Yeah.
You're just not in the greatest position to defend yourself, and you're almost certain that that's the floor he's on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yep. That's the only thing I can do. I mean, I can only hold him off while the two of you ready.
Okay, I
some
don't want to
spells.
leave you alone, so I'm gonna be right behind you, carefully.
Well,
Climbing up.
if he's going to attack us, he has to see us. So, and we have to see him. So the minute he rounds that corner or whatever,
I don't know if he's going to
She
run
and I
that
are-
corner.
she
I
and
think
I
he's
are
going to be
ready
waiting
to-
for us to head out. You know?
maybe.
I think he's going to wait for us to kind of bust through to his floor. And that's what I'm saying. If I can go in there and take the first hit, hopefully that'll buy you enough time to do something.
Well, I can apportate you up over this thing if you want.
I like that idea a lot.
Let's do that.
Oh yeah, that would absolutely.
Cannonball special.
And
well,
well-
not quite, but
Is it
you
the
know.
He
only
might not
move
be
it-
expecting
Yeah,
that either.
that's fine. I mean, at the very least, if I don't
And that way you can have your weapon.
if I don't trip, yeah.
Yes.
You just sort of rise up out of the floor and
Yeah,
put
you
your
know,
weapon.
the opening is enough where he could just send you straight up.
At this point, could I have loaded my crossbow?
Sure.
Okay, then in that case, I'm gonna.
Well, how long does it take to cast apportate? Is it 1 second? Time to cast? If it doesn't say it's 1 second.
Duration is 1 minute. It
Is
doesn't
there-
say.
Okay, then it's 1 second.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna just when he and I kind of discuss the plan, I'm gonna put my mace in my hip, grab my crossbow,
Okay.
and be ready. Just
Okay.
kind of as I rise through, aim. You know.
So that's 11 plus. Yeah, that's plenty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Start floating through.
You go up at 1 meter per second. I'm going to say it takes 2 seconds, and then you're basically can come up. And at this point, you need to make a decision. Do you want to snapshot at him immediately, or do you want to take a turn to aim? Because a turn to aim is going to give you a whatever the ACC is on the weapon.
Yeah.
If you take a turn to aim, you add that to your first turn of aiming.
Okay.
What is the ACC?
Accuracy is, what is it, 4?
So
Looks like 4.
So if you take an extra second to aim, you're going to get a +4 to hit him.
Okay.
This is a very critical moment.
Yes.
Because mages and crossbows don't get along very well.
Dear God. Well, my crossbow is 14. That's a decent chance. Man, yeah, I'll take a second to aim, because I mean I'm gonna have to kind of get a beat on the situation anyway.
Okay. And if he does something to you during that second, you'll lose the
Sure.
the accuracy.
Sure. Okay. Well, that. Okay. Yeah.
So
that's it. I'll take a second.
Okay.
Yep. To
All right.
aim.
All right. So you emerge, find him, and you see him, and he's this dude, and he has kind of a dark black beard and long black hair, and he's wearing his robes, and you see he has his staff, and as soon as he sees you, he starts casting.
Okay. All right. Do I have time to aim and make that shot then before he does?
So you were gonna.
You're basically forfeiting a turn to aim.
Sure. Then I will. I'll
It means you can't dodge.
I'm going to give
yeah.
him. I'm going to say that is his speed. So you will act first.
Jesus. No, if I see him cast, I'm going to shoot.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
you're not.
shoot. If I see him
You're
cast, no, I'm going to shoot.
Fuck the bonus. Just shoot.
Yep,
Okay,
just
all right,
shoot.
take the shot.
That is 12 out of 14.
So it will hit.
That's a hit. It's going to be.
Let me see if he will try to dodge.
Sure. That's okay.
Disrupts his casting though, which is good.
No, a 12 will not. Is no one? I don't think anyone's going to act defensive.
Okay. That is 7 points of impaling damage to the torso. And then as that happens, I yell out what's going on to everybody. He's over here! You know, like where I'm aiming.
You don't understand impaling damage.
Okay.
Doubles.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
all right.
doubles.
Wait,
Yeah.
at the
roll
torso.
roll
Okay.
your location, please.
No, is it the torso?
Oh,
It's at the
worst
torso.
possible location,
that's
except for either head or
Yeah.
or vitals.
So yeah,
'Cause I
7
think
points.
vitals triples it, and I think head might even quadruple.
You
it. I
might
don't
have just
remember.
one-shotted him.
I think
Okay.
you did. Yeah, well, you did. You did 7 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 14. So that would kill him.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go check
he's
for a
down.
pulse. I'm gonna run over
Why
and check
don't
for a
you-
pulse.
I can do that.
Sure.
You're actually floating.
Okay.
Yes.
Since you
I
didn't resist the spell, you're floating
Sure.
until he
I'm gonna
decides you're not floating.
shimmy up
Okay.
the stairwell
Okay.
and run over because
Make it.
Yeah.
Make it.
Does that spell?
Make it dex at minus
hold on,
2.
Hold on. Since he's dead, does the spell go with him?
What's the duration of the spell?
10 minutes.
New. It
Okay.
keeps going.
Oh, all right.
He can't renew it.
I see. Okay, just asking.
So make a dex roll at minus 2.
Okay, 9, 10, 11, and I didn't make it. Because
By
I
one.
minus, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you like. But you're already on the ground, so I'm going to say it minimizes. So you can make a second one,
Okay.
and you're floating until you tell him that.
Okay. Oh, I can yell down like, "Hey, put me down! Put me down!"
Okay, I'm fine now.
You may, okay.
Made
So
it
you
up.
get up to the top.
And I'll set you on the ledge there. Is there like
Okay.
a railing or something up over the railing?
There's like the ruins of a wall, I think, around this
Yeah,
floor is
probably.
what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I figure you're going up the stairs, so you just went straight up
You
there.
can actually
Yeah.
kind of kick yourself from because
Oh, sure,
think
yeah.
you can only send him in one direction.
Okay. So yeah, you
Yeah.
So you need to kick yourself.
Yeah. I'll
Over to the
just
middle.
however I can make it to the
Otherwise
mage
you're
that
gonna
I just
drop
shot
like 10
down.
feet.
Yeah, sure. Now, however I can make it to
Okay.
to a floor, I'll
And then you drop it and float.
Yeah.
Make a dex roll to land without. 'Cause it's not something you
7, 12 out of 13. Just made it.
Okay. All right. So you're up. You can head towards the guy.
All right. Because you still have weapons. So
Sure,
I'll
sure,
go
yeah.
check for the pulse.
I'll walk. I mean, wait, is he the only one here? There's nobody else up
There's
here?
no one else up
I'm
there.
going to at least be by your side just in case, because
Okay.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
shot him, he's
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
ground,
Yeah.
but I'll pull out my mace and be by your side.
And you can hear it goes. Not enough time. He's dying.
He said, "Not enough time."
At least you didn't say to blave.
Blave.
Time for what? Time for what? I kind of like
Well, do you want me to fix him so you can have a conversation, or can we let him die?
That's just not bad. No, well, that's a good question. I think we should get a few answers out of him as best we can.
And it's up to you. I know what I would do.
I would let him.
It's up to you.
I would let him do anything.
At the very least, is his staff like by his side?
There, you see his staff, and there's also some other. It's like a scepter. It's about that big. It looks rather ornate. It looks like it might be made of obsidian.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
I'll kick the
find
staff
out?
away from him at least.
Can I assess to see if he is capable of being saved?
I
have diagnosis. I have first aid.
You make diagnosis roll.
6 and 10. Yeah, I made it by 3.
Okay. Magically, yes. First aid, physician stuff. You don't think that's
So I could heal him, but
You
I
could
can't.
heal him. You could heal him and save his life right now, if you wanted to make that decision. How long does it take? Well, how long does it take to cast that spell?
Much healing. I've got all kinds of healing. Healing. That's minor. That's major.
Oh, it doesn't list, so you can. Yeah, you could. If you wanted to heal him, you could heal him.
Do you want me to heal him? I mean,
Are you saying this so I can hear you?
yes.
No! What are you thinking? He's a necromancer that's going to summon an army to take over the world. No!
All right, down goes the mace.
Okay, all right. I
It's
will
got a
even
coup de
make a
grace.
roll.
Yeah, just you know.
I'm going to wait like 8 more minutes for this grease spell to go away, and then we can go up there and see what his plan was. I'm sure it's written down somewhere.
I was like, okay, I think I took care of it.
Don't touch anything till I get up there.
I did say I kicked the staff away from him. At the very
You did
least.
kick the staff away from him.
Yeah.
Okay, you killed him. He's dead. There's a skipping mirror up here,
Oh, look at that.
Oh, handy.
and there's that obsidian scepter, and then his staff, and then him, and that's really all that's up here.
Can I
And
just
you can hear beating wings.
I'm going to go to the window and look, see where
There's
we are.
no window. There's nothing.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
there's
just
nothing.
like
Okay,
a.
I'm
It's the
looking to see
floor
where
and
the
then.
dragon is and where our position is.
You can see it is being. It looks like it's been busy.
Mm-hmm.
There are fires. It looks like it's taking care of the corpse problem.
Great.
It's dove down a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
It has not noticed anything on this tower yet,
Great.
but it looks like it's busy.
Okay.
And you can see it like comes down, and you can see it comes up. And the only reason you can see it because the flame that it's leaving from the flaming corpses is illuminating the scales on its underside. It's the only reason you can actually see it.
Okay. Well, that's going to make it smell a lot better real soon.
It's going to smell like
No, they're going to stick around.
very
and find
unsettling barbecue. That's
Yeah.
what it's going to smell like.
But we don't have to exit that way. We have another means of
have the
escape
skipping
now.
mirror. We
So
have the-
that's great
out. Do
news.
we have the corresponding orb for the skipping mirror? We do, right? No, we don't.
We don't have any orbs, do we? Do we have an orb?
I don't think so, unless you
think
stole one
No.
from someone.
No.
I don't think you guys had any.
Yikes. Okay.
I'll just.
Don't touch anything till I get up there.
You know what?
You guys have as much time as you want. He's got probably 7 or 8 minutes. What's it? 10-minute spell? 8-minute spell?
10-minute spell.
10-minute spell. This is probably 7 or 8 minutes.
So if I were to pat down the mage looking for an orb, is it something he could carry on his person?
Sure, it'd probably be in something, but he's wearing big baggy robes.
Yeah,
who
that
knows?
figured. Gingerly.
Yeah, you eventually find some sort of boxish thing. You get it, and yeah, there's an orb in there.
Oh,
Skipping
okay.
mirror orb. Okay. Oh, but we don't know where it goes to, do we?
Is there some way to tell if this orb works that mirror?
Well, the orbs work in all mirrors.
Okay.
It's just where that orb
Is it 2
what
and
the
2?
mirror that that orb
if
goes
it's a
to.
choice between fiery death and
Whatever's-
unknown, I'll take the unknown.
Fair. Fair. All right. And you know what? Is there anything else? Does the body have anything else? It has that emblem, the Codwar Mage emblem.
Yeah,
Right.
he's wearing like a pendant with that.
Pull that emblem off.
Okay.
And,
We're touching things.
No, what? That's it. I'm going up the stairs.
Dex minus 2. Are you crawling?
Yes.
Okay.
5, 11. No. My
Not
dex
Dex
is
minus 2. So you go up a little bit and you slide back down.
my dex is a 10.
You need to make 2 consecutive successful rolls to get up there before the spell ends.
6, 7, 8, 9. And my dex is a 10.
10 or 11.
My dex is a 10.
So you need to roll an 8 or less 2 times.
That was not it. That was also not it. Or really not it.
Throw a rope down.
I give up. I'm just going to wait.
How many rolls? You made 4 rolls?
Yeah.
Make 4 more and the spell was. You said spell was.
Oh, that one made it. I got 1. That one did not.
And then 2 more.
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay, fair.
So you get up halfway, and then you just stand up and walk. Once the spell ends.
It's not very dignified.
So you have the orb in the box, and you get. He also has a purse on him.
Oh, I'll grab the purse too.
Okay, right.
Grab the purse, the envelope.
Is there what all is up here? Is there a bookcase or anything?
There's no book. No, there's a skipping mirror. There's him. There's his staff, and there's an obsidian scepter. And then she's got a box with an orb in it, and he's counting gold pieces. And it's got gold pieces.
Gold pieces.
And you also have the necklace.
The emblem, yeah.
I also still have most of the wealth with which I was entrusted.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And
Yes,
that was
you
a
do.
lot, too.
Yeah, you do.
So this obsidian staff, does it seem very ancient? And
Scepter. It's about that
scepter.
big.
Yeah.
It seems very
Rod.
ancient and undead summoning like.
Alien.
It doesn't look like it does anything good.
Yes.
Do we want to take his green gem
Oh,
staff
yeah.
and that obsidian?
We actually
scepter
want
with
to
us?
take him too. We need to prove.
Okay.
We need to prove to
Good point.
what's his name that we accomplished our task.
All right.
Ostamir.
Ostamir. I do want to find his study because I would like to find out what it is he did or
I don't
had
know how
planned.
much time we have.
Well, he's not, the dragon's not here yet. May
Well-
not be here. We'll just see. There's people to eat and things firing at him.
But we didn't see any. I mean, we didn't see anything on the floor down below. We didn't see anything up here. The only place I can think of that might be would be through that mirror.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, why risk all of your cool stuff?
Right? Let's do that then. So I'm going
Okay.
to pick him up and sling him over my shoulder, or have you do it.
I'll give you my cloak if you want to wrap up
Yes,
all of the
I'll-
evilly articts with my cloak.
But
before-
I think
instead
I
of
should also
touching him.
just wrap him up so he's not bleeding all over you.
Oh, I don't care at this
Okay,
point.
fine.
It's fine.
And we'll go through the mirror.
Who's going through the mirror first?
I will.
And who's holding the evil artifacts? The
I
staff
will.
and the okay.
Because you're stronger, so you should at least carry the body. You can
Sure.
stand over here.
Yeah.
Even though he's probably
I've had a good life. I'll
Yeah.
go first.
Okay. All right.
What would you like me to do?
This is where the big reveal happens. Dostamir's.
One of them will hit 2 zombies with clubs. As soon as you walk through, are like, "Ugh." And one of them will hit you if you you can make a dodge roll if you
Okay,
would like.
I will dodge. Try to. Oh, that's not helpful. That didn't help very well. No.
You get clocked for 3 points.
Okay.
We'll say towards it. Ow! So you took 3 points.
Well, I
of
mean,
damage.
I
You have
I have a very high pain threshold. I'd be like, oh, I've been hit.
Right. Oh, so you don't have a
And we don't hear that through the mirror, right? Through the
No,
other
she,
side
like,
of the
disappears.
mirror. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we have no warning. I was planning on going
And
last because
they're-
I'm carrying the body,
They're like.
but
Let me describe where you are. You're in some sort of round room, and there are two pillars, and they're chained to the pillars by the neck, so that their arms are free, so they can get like just within striking range if someone were to step through.
But if I were to get myself out of...
You could take a step back through the mirror and be out of the range, or you can take a step like to the side back on either way, and you'll be out of range of them.
Okay.
I will allow you to make that decision.
I will remain within the room. So
Yeah,
to
you'll
the side,
still be
yes.
within the room. Just
Yes.
move okay, so you move to one side. All right. Who goes second?
I guess it would be me since you're taking up the rear.
I was. But I mean, do we want to change that plan?
You guys don't know what happened.
I guess we
Nope.
don't know what happened.
Nope,
Yeah.
we don't know what happened. So go ahead.
That will miss. That will hit.
I will dodge.
You may make your dodge roll.
Ooh, I succeeded.
Okay, then you don't take 2 points of damage.
I'm going to go back through the mirror.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
There's 2 zombies chained to a wall. If we run through, we might be able to avoid being hit.
Okay, I didn't expect to hear that, but all right.
I know. I didn't expect it either. Tilda seemed okay, a little confused. So I'm going to run through really fast, and then you can count to 5 or whatever. Let me get past, and then you run through too. But if you run through quick, hopefully it'll be we can miss it. All right, ready?
Okay.
Here I go.
Here we go.
I'm running through.
Okay. Oh, that fails.
That was a critical fail.
It was a 16.
Okay.
And that fails. That's no 8. No, that hits. So one of them will clip you on the way, unless you want to.
I want to dodge.
You can dodge while you're running.
Yeah, I'll do that. That made it too 6, 7.
Holy shit! So you don't take
Okay.
5 points of damage.
All right, so it's a slow 5 that I count, and then I run
Okay.
through. Oh wait, I don't have to roll that. It's
Yeah.
yeah, I forgot something.
That will hit.
Okay.
And let me see if the other one works.
Well, I'll take that as my dodge roll, which fails.
And he will hit you twice.
Okay.
So
So
you can make a second dodge roll.
so my first dodge roll failed. Second dodge roll fails.
Okay.
Not a dodger.
5. I can't see what I rolled. 9 points of damage.
Oh my gosh, all together.
5 and 4.
Okay.
Apply your armor.
Where do they hit me?
Probably torso.
Yeah, I gotta check my damage reduction.
torso.
Torso. Okay. My damage reduction
DR.
for my breastplate is 5. So
So you take no damage.
okay. All right. Oh, because it's each hit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You apply separately.
Okay.
So you run right past them.
Clang clang, and I find my companions and I just run to where they are. Then
Okay.
look
well,
around the room.
one of
Where-
them is
where
like
are we?
standing next to the mirror.
Okay.
I'm assuming, and the other one is like up ahead. So basically, you like ran past these two.
Oh, well,
zombies on
in that case, I'm going to where Fate is. Say he's
He's on
the last thing that I saw. Yeah. Okay.
and they're like trying to hit you.
Should I
but they
take
can't.
these things out? Should I try to take these things out?
No, they're fine as long as you don't get
All
near
right.
them.
Just want to
You
make
don't
sure. I
have-
don't want somebody to unlock them and then have them come after us.
You left the body. I'm assuming
No.
you left the body
No,
because you ran through this thing.
Oh.
Because you aren't running, carrying
Carrying
a
a
body,
body.
past two zombies. I'm not going to allow that. So you can. I mean, you can.
How heavy can a old wizard be, though?
Hollow bone was.
Yeah,
probably
the
weighs
dead
it-
wizard
You know what?
bone.
No. If we can roll it back, I don't want to leave the body.
Okay.
So if you
all
want to roll
No,
it back,
you can go back through the mirror and go get it.
and go get the body. I took no damage last. You know what? Fine. I was like, oh shoot! I run back and I run in, and you're like,
You had one job.
Jingle!
Ziegel, did you
Where
forget
is-
something?
Yeah. Okay, I run back to the mirror, and then wait. Hold on. That's your roll, right? I grab the body.
Well, now
huff
that you know they're
and
there
puff.
and
Yeah,
where they are,
exactly,
it should help, right?
I huff and puff, and I run right through with the body as best I
Well,
can.
Use the body as a shield.
Serpentine.
That's
Use the body.
okay.
As a
Yeah.
One of them will successfully hit you for
Okay.
5 points of damage, which doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Because of the level of armor you have.
Okay.
All right. So you make it through.
Okay.
all right.
But the zombies are like right next to this mirror. So if you guys are going to use this mirror again, you're going to have to do something with it.
Or move the mirror.
Or move the mirror. She could move the mirror. Just turn it around.
Yeah. That's all you need to do.
Where are we? So what is
You're
this
in a
room?
You're in a round room.
Yeah, 2 pillars.
It's like fairly dark here. There are windows, and there's like a little bit of moonlight coming through, which is why you can see it all. But other than that, you really can't see much unless you want to light a torch or something. You used all your oil.
Yeah.
I have. I think I gave you my oil though.
No,
No, I just used my pint,
His own. He
yeah.
used his pint plus what was
I'm
in
sure
his
I
lamp.
have in my thing.
You have a personal basic?
I have survival, which I think involves some sort of light source.
Survival's just a skill.
Oh, okay. Do I? Then I do have personal basics. Yes.
Okay.
I'm
All
good.
right. Then you have like a torch or a lantern or something like that, and look around. And this room, there's a trap door on the floor.
No door on
no door on the perimeter.
No.
Okay. All right. So we're at the top of a tower.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to go down that trapdoor? At the very least, we can like open it up and see what's down there.
Mhm.
Oh, I'll push my ear against it and see if I can hear anything down
Perception.
there.
You get a bonus for
I
hearing, don't you?
do. Yeah, I have acute hearing, so that's a +2. So that's my target is 11 or lower, which is not going to do it because that's a 13.
The zombies are making a lot of noise.
Okay. Yeah. Fair. I will tell Fade and Tilda to kind of just hang back for a little bit. I'll put the body down.
Okay.
And then I will lift the trap door and see if I can see anything down there.
Okay. It's dark.
Okay, so
You-
lifting the trap
There's
door.
no stirring or anything.
Okay.
Like, hey, who are you? You don't hear anything.
Okay,
like that.
all right. I'll cast glances at the two of you, and I'll kind of gesture like, "Oh, should we go down there then?"
There's a trapdoor.
And there's no up
No
or
other
down
way.
or anything else. And there's just a mirror and 2 columns and 2 zombies in this room. That's it.
And the
I
trap
guess
door
we're
to
going
lead
down.
out.
Yeah.
All right, I'll open up the trap door.
And there is stairs going.
Stairs.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start dragging the body down.
Okay. Down the stairs.
I guess it'd be too noisy to kind of drag the body down the stairs.
I think the only thing here would be undead. So I don't think we need to worry too much about making noise.
I'm
It's probably
not
just
going to
zombies.
carry. That way, if I need to drop it, I can just drop the foot that I'm dragging it by.
People don't last very long around this guy, so I'm going to assume that.
Oh,
He probably doesn't have a lot of friends.
Well, that's
did
what
you
he had
like-
killed.
did you light a lantern? Okay, and I'll just make sure to stay within the glow of your lantern so that if anything steps forward, I'll hopefully see it with the light before it can get a shot in.
There's nothing down here.
Okay,
Moving.
comforting.
Moving.
Okay,
Do you have the lantern?
Tilda has it.
Okay, so when you come down, this is a necromancer's workshop.
Just what you wanted, Faye.
Yes.
There's a
exactly.
couple of corpses and like hanging corpse cages. He's got like 4 of those. They're not moving. There's a bookshelf. There's a couple of chests on the floor, and there's a few tables set up, like work tables set up with like candles that have long since burned out. There's a bed here too. There's probably what is a wardrobe, probably filled with nothing but black robes.
Black robes.
Well, I guess let's make ourselves at home for a little bit. It's the safest place as any.
Yep.
There's no other entrances or exits from here?
You go get the orb out of the mirror.
Oh, yeah, it's probably a good idea. Son of a gun.
Yeah, we might as well.
Okay.
And we'll turn the mirror around while we're up there. We can get around to the back side of the mirror, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
We'll skirt around the
turn
zombies
it around
and
so that
do
we can
that.
go through without going through the zombies next time.
So the room that we're in, the lab we're in, is there like another trap door in the bottom, or is there another exit? Okay, so it does descend.
Yes.
Okay.
You can go check that out.
And there's windows. You can look out and see
Oh.
how high up.
Yeah, sure. Where the heck are we? Like if
you're
I look out the window,
somewhere in a mountainous region.
looks different. Like stars look different from where we were before.
Make your astronomy roll.
Yeah.
You know what?
You know what?
That'd be an IQ roll.
Do you have survival?
I don't have survival.
You have survival,
I
right?
do have survival.
You can make a default. I say survival at -2
Okay.
to be able to kind of tell like, how far away you are looking at the stars from where you were before.
So my survival -2 would be 11, and I have 11.
So you made it exactly. Okay. You think you are not far from the Untamed Lands, probably in the mountain range that is east of there.
So
That's
where
all.
the
So we're a little closer to home.
No, other mountain range.
Yeah.
The big mountain range.
Yeah.
See that big gray thing?
Up on the top
The
center
big gray
of the
blob right in the middle of the map.
yeah,
This right
top
here.
center of the map. Yes.
So you're probably somewhere in here.
Okay.
And that's where we need to go, right? And
Right.
we're up in here. Well, let's make ourselves at home. This is as good a place as any. Don't mind the dead bodies. There's a bed.
It does stink here. It
I'm
does.
sure it does. It's better than being dead. Let's. If you want to go downstairs and check, it's probably just storage and food, but we might as well go down and check anyway.
If there's any food.
I'm going to go through the desk for a couple of things. We're going to look for orbs, and I want to see if there was some grand plot that he managed to write out about what it is he had planned. The correspondences, that kind of thing.
We're looking out the window. How high up were we?
Like 50 feet.
Okay.
It's not a huge tower.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's like in the middle of nothing. There's nothing. There's no village or anything around.
Okay. There's got to be more orbs around here somewhere. They want me to go somewhere. All right. I mean, yeah. I'll put the body down and then I'll check that other trapdoor.
You know what? We can chuck out these dead bodies out the window, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Tilda, if you want to do that.
Got it.
You're the doctor. You probably know how to chuck out a old dead body without it falling apart.
Can I borrow your torch?
Sure.
I mean, not your
There's
torch. Your
candles
lantern.
here. I hand you a candle.
Oh, yeah. I'll take a candle. All right. That's fine. I'll do
lanterns
it.
all over the place.
Oh, okay, all right. I'll grab one of
These are
those.
Nice and bright.
Yeah, I'll grab one of those and head down into the floor down below.
And then larder and
Okay.
stuff like that. And then
Okay.
there's like a landing where it looks like at some point he may have had henchmen who like lived down in the bottom floor. And then
Now they're
there's a-
zombies.
there's like no
Living
one.
henchman, yeah. Okay, all right.
And you open the door and you're like in the middle of nowhere, even like in some mountainous area.
Okay.
You're sort of like on a kind of like a plateau. It looks like you're maybe like halfway up a mountain.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll make my way back up and tell you what I found.
Other than the dead bodies, it's a really great place to be. I kind of dig it.
It's no dragon. Can I poke around?
Yeah, we go poke around. Just careful what you touch. If you want to take a nap, that's fine. I see you got clobbered by the zombie or two. There's food, you said, down there?
So, yeah, I found a large or some sort of storeroom down there. I mean, I suppose this fellow had to eat.
I could eat.
I'll make something.
Right.
I want to check through this desk.
Okay. Well, there's no desk. There's like tables with a bunch of shit all over them.
I'll look
There's
for
a bunch of there's like 3 or 4 chests, like sit over them.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Rummage through the chest.
I'm assuming the tables all have horrifying-looking tools and things on them that I don't even want any part of. But I guess
Mostly writings. It looks like he was in the middle of writing a treatise on undead magics.
Dissertation on
Magics with a K in it.
Yes.
I'm looking for information on this ebony staff. I'm looking for stones, and I'm looking for some plan that he had. All of this just
Okay,
looks
he
like
didn't write out his plan.
Okay.
Whatever that was.
long gone.
So it's not
Sin is
Scooby-Doo. Got it.
You do find like a very old tome, and we'll kind of fast forward because we're at the end of the thing.
Yeah.
You know. But basically, that staff allows him to raise massive amounts of undead like that without any cost to him, and there's like histories and stuff that you can go through, and that staff ended up belonging to a demon. So he probably traded the monarch's blood for the staff. As far as like in the rest of his writings, you have in his writings are a blueprint to become a necromancer. If you want to keep those, or you want to get rid of them, or whatever you want to do with them, that's entirely up to you. As far as the chests go, one of the chests is filled with nothing but orbs, and it's got about 12 of them in it.
Oh. Wow.
Now you guys have used orbs before, and you can make like an IQ roll plus magery, but it's going to be like at -5. Oh, and you're no longer in a high mana area, by the way.
It's okay. I've got 2 power stones on me.
Right. But if you wanted to look at the orbs to see if one looks like one you've used before, you can do that. So
Okay.
the IQ plus magery -5 to
But
be able to
Analyze Magic would tell me what each orb does, though, right?
Well, each orb is attached to a mirror someplace.
Well, sure, but
But looking at the patterns of the smoke inside, you might be able to discern. This one looks a lot like one we've used before. That
This
led
one might go to the Imperial set.
Right.
Okay.
Well, at the very least, we just need to be able to make it somewhere we've been before.
we could also just pop them in and stick your head through.
And maybe lose your head.
Sure. We could do that. It's only 12.
I'm happy to roll. I can
Go
roll.
for it. While you're doing that, I figure we'll stay here for a day. There's free food. There's. It's going to take a while to catalog all this stuff and figure out what
So
it is I
remind me
need to
what
bring.
we were talking
I'm gonna-
about.
IQ plus magery -5.
Okay, so
what you're rolling
IQ,
first.
what is my major? I don't remember
Probably
where I
3.
wrote that down.
So you're 16. So
Magery
you
is
need to
3.
roll 11 or less.
Fine. I rolled 10.
Okay. You find one that It's the only one you really recognize. You're pretty sure that led to the skipping mirror in the watchtower at Cordeaux Mountain.
Oh.
The rest of them you don't recognize.
But we have a pass-through to get back to the Imperial City, so if we go to the watchtower, we can go back to the
Yeah,
Imperial
you can like show them the piece of paper before they stab you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to shoot the zombies down.
Okay.
I'm going to go up there. I'm going to take my crossbow. I'm going to kill them
Okay.
because I don't want to have to deal with them
Okay.
every time I go through the mirror. You know, and
And
I will
toss the
take my
bombs out the
time.
window.
I'll just kind of aim carefully. Boom, boom, boom. Okay.
And toss them out the window.
Yeah.
You throw
With the other corpses.
There's a lot of corpses.
I'm trying to aim them for the other corpses like it's a game.
There's a whole bunch of.
Oh.
The base of the tower is like scattered with bones. In fact, there are raccoons and coyotes down there.
They know. They're like,
They burrow in there.
finally! Here comes another one,
It's like,
folks.
it's like that. It's like the robot chicken where the guy's cleaning up at the base of the Death Star. What are they doing up there?
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Well.
Okay. And we can end it here, or you can end it going and.
I would at least like to show up with Dostomir. And
Okay,
Yeah,
so we're
and
going to
get our
take the
reward.
mirror back to the watchtower, and then we're going to
give them the paper.
Oh.
give them the
Yeah,
paper.
we should remember. We should take the orb that leads to this place with us, so that if any of
Oh no,
the
no, we're
mages from
taking
your family,
all the orbs.
yeah, if any of your your family mages want to come back here and like
Oh yeah.
loot the place,
I'm taking the staves, and I'm going to take this
Okay.
necromancer stuff, and any other books in the bookshelf
Oh.
that are interesting.
It's going to take a wagon.
yeah, it sounds like a lot of
Oh,
stuff.
the pages of how to be a necromancer, all of that.
He's writing a treatise. It's like the one he's working on is like volume 6.
Oh, I see.
It's like, this is how mages in the future can be like me, is what he's writing. 'Cause obviously, he's so awesome. Most mages will
Yeah,
be.
we don't need that then.
Fire. I recommend fire.
Well, again, if any of
There's also there are tomes here that are not necromantic.
They
tomes.
belong in a library. I know exactly where to go take those.
yeah, if any of your
But,
trouble
I mean,
sale folk want to come
but
back,
it would-
they can always do that.
He's got like bookshelves full of books here. So, and some of them are history books. There's some definitely some lost stuff here that might have an academic value as well.
I might actually just take this over. It's a really nice place.
All you have to do is keep the orb with that skipping there.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
true. Air it out, let the stench kind of die
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
after a while. There you go. Got yourself a tower.
Okay.
Yeah, he owes us, what was it, 200 silver, 20 silver a day plus expenses for completing our task.
He didn't say anything about loot at all, so
No.
that's not
Yeah.
even in the contract, unless your regular contract has that shit in it.
That's the expenses plus expenses. Well, expenses would be whatever it cost us to.
Right.
But yeah, I get whatever loot I get. That's not. I don't turn it over to him. The job was to get this guy, so we got it.
Okay.
Right?
Are we back at the Imperial City? We're with Justamir.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Okay.
finally traveled
You're
over.
back
Right.
through. They go and the guards help you carry because you brought the corpse with you to the roof. Okay. All right.
I'm going to leave the staves at my office,
Okay.
and then we'll just drop the body off at
Well-
Dostomir.
You're
Oh, right,
going
because
to
I'd go
Kyle.
into his office first,
yeah.
right?
So you're going to leave the staffs back at the.
No, I'll
You
take
take them with you.
Bring 'em.
Okay.
I return all of the money that
Okay.
we were fronted to start an army.
How much was it? I don't even remember. It was like 5,000.
It was an insane
Gold
amount of
leaf.
gold.
Yeah,
but I don't remember
yeah.
either. I'd have
My
to look back at my
visor
notes.
is closed at this point, but tears are streaming down my eyes. You can just hear.
I think it was on a Slack message I sent you or something.
Probably.
It was thousands.
Yeah, it was a lot.
You said it was enough to raise an army.
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Raise a small army, but yeah.
But it's, we didn't need to spend it, so I'm returning it. Because that's the right thing to do.
Of course it is.
I'm holding onto the gold from the pouch, by the way. That's at least going to my family.
Okay. All right. So you give him the gold, and he counts out a stack to each. He's like, and he divides it into 4, and he keeps one of them.
Oh!
Nice.
All right. Wow.
And he's like, the government has failed. I'm default emperor at this point. I'm the senior-most person here, but I'm not emperor of anything. I would get out of the city because riots are imminent.
Okay, then.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
Do we know who he is?
He's a cod
War mage.
He's a cod war
That's
mage.
all we know.
That's all we know for now.
Yeah. I give Dostmir the emblem that I picked off him. This is the only thing I found on the body. Only thing.
Oh,
Do I have a name from his treatise? Like he signed it?
Oh, right.
What's his name? Name him.
oh yes.
Name him.
His name is Cod War.
Cod War mage.
He is
He's
the Cod
Big
War.
Cod War.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would make him like almost 3,000 years old, by the way.
He's a necromancer, though, right?
Yeah.
Fooling around with death and undead.
Right.
Did he didn't fall apart after you shot him, though, right?
No.
Okay. I don't know how this works. Clearly, you just
Yeah,
on your life. Now that I think about it, there were a lot of bones around that castle, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I tell Dostimir, I think we're looking at the Cod War himself, according to that. Well, I had like the last page of the treatise with his signature on it. Like, he was signatures all over places that we found. So that's how he signed it.
Well, you have the Empire's gratitude, whatever that means today.
Well, I'm sorry we couldn't be of more help.
Well, at least what was he doing?
Raising an undead army.
It really did smell terrible.
A lot of bodies.
How large of an army?
Hundreds of thousands. He's been
And
at this.
he goes white.
He's been at this for probably 700 years.
Whew. At least that's over.
Yes, the dragon took care of it. Good day.
Excellent. And you leave as he kind of sits there staring at the body going, wow. All right, and we'll end it right there.
Yay! And I got a new base to work out of. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
I can work that into your stories now. So, some of this deal is in Mandeight the mage. I recognize the modus operandi with the book.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
The setting up a basically traps to teleport people to collect bodies.
Yeah. And I recognize the fact that this is the same book that Mandeight got a hold of, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
But he didn't have the wand or the staff.
No, that was a new
edition.
And then the body that you just left with Dostimir will eventually make its way back to the tower in Amana and become, because that was his corpse was powering that necromantic spell. Yeah.
Right.
That's why I was hoping you didn't burn the body.
Okay.
If you left it someplace, someone would have found it. Just for the continuity of my story. So, all right, that's it. Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
And this is probably the last game I'm going to run for a while for Happy Jacks.
Yeah.
For a certain amount of time. There's only one more show left here. So I would just want to thank you for all of you that have been watching the numerous campaigns that have been going on and this campaign. And I hope you've enjoyed it. And you will see me occasionally. So that's it. And thank you.
Thank you to Stu,
Thank you.
everybody.
Yay.
Thanks, everybody.
And that's it. Enjoy. Have a good day.
Bye.
If I told you the things I've seen on my ways, if I told you the things I've done in my days, you wouldn't.
Oh yeah, I am going to be doing a folk music. We're back on live, by the way, because someone just said you should plug your music podcast. I'm in the process right now of developing. It's going to be. If you go to netbusker busker.net, there's not much there yet, but eventually that's where you're going to be able to find out how to subscribe to what will be called the Netbuskers Folk Shop, which will be a folk music podcast. I'll probably do it in 5-episode bursts. So there'll be like a 5-episode thing, and then a few months later another 5-episode thing, because the production of recording complete songs and doing the research for what the folk songs are about and the history of them takes some time. So I would imagine you will see the first 5 episodes definitely by summer. I may get them done before fair even ends, so maybe in the next few months you may start seeing those episodes. So netbusker.net if you're interested in doing that. And that's it. And we'll go back to the end.